tradition isn't built overnight. It's earned. One pitch, one swing, one game at a time. Here at Tabor College, baseball runs deeper than the lines on the field. It's family, it's faith, it's quiet confidence. The kind that doesn't need to talk, because the work speaks for itself. Around here, winning is the standard. Every rep, every inning, every game is a part of something bigger. A legacy written by those who have came before and carried by those who refuse to let it fade. Postseason isn't the exception, it's the expectation. And when the lights get bright and the pressure hits, we don't flinch. Pressure is a privilege. It means you've earned the right to play when it matters most. We don't chase moments, we create them. With heart, with grit, with family beside us. This is Tabor Baseball, where tradition never graduates and champions are made, one pitch at a time.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Blue Jay Baseball Field here at Tabor College in Hillsboro, Kansas. We are your broadcasters today, Nicholas Ediger and Caleb Apple here, bringing you the matchup between the Tabor College Blue Jays and the visiting Bethany College Swedes. We are thrilled to have you with us, and to all the alumni, parents, fans, and anyone else tuning in today, we thank you for supporting Tabor College baseball, and Tabor College athletics as a whole, and hope you enjoy the game. Let's go ahead and meet our teams today. Caleb, you want to take us through coach comparison?
Yes, for sure. So our coaches here today, Olan Ortiz is in a 6th season leading the Swedes. The Swedes are currently sitting at a 14-22 overall record and an 8-14 record in the KCAC. Ortiz has guided the team to a 44-32 overall record and 26-18 in conference play, as serving as an assistant coach since 2015. Mark Standiford in his 18th season leading for the Blue Jays. His team currently sits at a 17-20 overall record and is 13-12 in the KCAC. Over the weekend, the team played Friends and ended the series with 1 win and 2 losses. In 17 seasons at Tabor, Standiford has led the Blue Jays to 2 NAIA World Series appearances, 5 KCAC regular season titles, and a .688 winning percentage. And so, again, on the Friends series, another heartbreaker, just kind of like the Kansas Wesleyan series.
Yep. In every game.
They led all 3 games, lost in a walk-off in the first game, and then in the third game had I believe it was a 2-1 lead, and then just kind of collapsed towards the back half of the game, and that's kind of been the story of the Blue Jays season so far.
Yeah, it's really been a story of if our offense can get going. I mean, in the last home game we had was just an offensive explosion against McPherson, and so that's what I'm really hoping to see coming back home here, is to maybe there's some home field magic here, and would love to see that. But yeah, I mean, as you said, I mean, even talking about like winning percentages with Standiford having a .688 all time, I mean, he's in unfamiliar territory. I don't know if he's ever had a team below 500, and I mean, this late in the season we're sitting at 17-20. We've got to finish out 8-4 just to be above 500 at the end of the season. But that being said, I mean, we've got favorable matchups coming up.
Yes, and it was a tough middle stretch of the season right there.
Yeah, I mean, tough facing K-Dub, who's currently ranked 12th, facing Ottawa, who's ranked 20th in some of the midweeks. Oakwu's been doing good. Friends is ranked ahead of us. McPherson's ranked ahead of us. Evangel took us down. But, I mean, you look at the bottom of the pack.
It's everyone that we have to play still.
Yep.
So there's reason to look forward. I mean, the series is that you've lost, you can put yourself in, say, I mean, every single game that the Blue Jays have lost, realistically, other than a couple of the midweek games against Ottawa, they've been in it. There hasn't been really a time where they feel like, oh, we just got whooped.
Yep.
They've had chances to win these games. Can they beat? Do they stoop down to the lower competition's level? That's big. I mean, this is with the win that we have today. It started out south this morning.
Yep.
Blowing out of the south, and then what was it? Probably 2:15. The wind switched and had a big downpour. So we're running about 15 minutes late. So the game's going to start at 3:15 here in 9 minutes. So we're just going to kind of talk about what we got going on here. I mean,
that downpour, shout out to the JV guys, the pitchers who aren't in the bullpen today. All of that. Those guys were out there working their butts off, getting the field to look as nice as it is. Shout out to Davis for dragging it and everything. Jake Jones was out there. Standiford's out there walking the warning track, making sure it's good. It was all hands on deck. Even had Marlon Jansen here, one of our great maintenance guys, running over to the softball field at the rec complex to get us some more field dry. So, it was an all hands on deck effort, and that is why we're only going to be 15 minutes late.
I was expecting, with how it rained, I was expecting, well, first, I didn't know how, because there was a good downpour for probably 10 minutes
at least, yeah.
And
it was coming down hard.
I was worried that we weren't going to get a game in, but it let up, and then it just all hands on deck for about 25-30 minutes, and it looks like it hasn't rained at all, except you can kind of see
down there the walk-up area.
The walk-up area is a little muddy. You're going to see over here on this first base side in foul territory, it's going to be a little muddy there too. But I think the rest of the field, anything in fair territory, is going to be good to go.
Yeah, and it really should be. As you see over there, just the the home dugout tends to be a soppy mess. So,
and that's not it's not because of the field necessarily. It's because of the way of the indoor.
Yeah.
You don't get sun there.
Yeah.
So it's always kind of soppy and wet.
Yep. So expect to see some dirty jerseys today.
Especially maybe in the first base, you could see a little stumble or slip if they're trying to get a pop fly in foul territory.
But yeah, you're talking about field conditions. I was out there as well, walked on the warning track. There are some places out there that are maybe a little squishy, but overall, held up really well. So should not affect play much at all out there. But we will be getting ready to go here as the coaches here are changing lineup cards. How about we go through lineups ourselves? I will take us through the Bethany starting lineup here. We have batting first will be number 20, the shortstop, Fernando Bones. Batting second will be number 38, the center fielder, Eduardo Tarafa. Batting third will be the DH, number 36, Jack Crane. Batting cleanup in the fourth spot will be number 23, the first baseman, Connor Balmer. Batting fifth will be number 12, the second baseman, Jan Ortiz. Batting sixth will be number 31, the right fielder, Stephen Kent. Batting seventh will be the left fielder, number 21, William Sanchez. Batting eighth will be the catcher, number 99, big 9-9 action there, Jose Morales. And in the final spot in the 9 hole will be number 49, the third baseman, Giovanni Orozco. And they will have Joseph Guzman pitching for them. And how about you show us the lineup we all really care about, Apple?
Going through the lineup for the Blue Jays here. Leading off in left field, number 2, Cole Schieffer. Batting second, the center fielder, Easton Norris. Batting third, the right fielder today, Jared Mack. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 17, the Canadian, Eric Calder. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Jack Kaiser. Batting sixth, the designated hitter today, Danny Zepeda. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Jose Narvaez. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Robert Diaz. And behind the dish is number 26, Ethan Crawford, with the senior from Tempe, Arizona, Wyatt Bauer on the mound for the Blue Jays. Let's take a look at our pitching matchup here today.
Yeah, we got Joseph Guzman with a 3-3 record overall with a 7.16 ERA with 17 strikeouts through 27 2/3. So he's one of their guys that they definitely throw out there quite a bit. He got a lot of innings under him. But, with a 3-3 record and a higher ERA, which is pretty typical of the KCAC, some smaller ballparks, pitchers do tend to get hit around, but has looked good this year. So he will be a tough matchup for us to face. that then have Wyatt Bauer, kind of one of our, I think probably our guy. If I had to pick a guy for the Blue Jays at a 4-6 record with a 6.10 ERA and 48 strikeouts through 51 and 2/3 innings pitched. So I mean, definitely the guy. Believe it or not, does not have the most innings pitched, but second most innings for the Blue Jays.
And pitched well against Friends in the first game of the series. I believe he went 6 innings, had a good start, and then it was a slow scoring game, and it just kind of got out of hand with the bullpen, and it was unfortunate there. But the Blue Jays looking to get this home series going.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at Bauer. I mean, people are only batting .257 against him. So I mean, he's doing a great job there. I mean, he's keeping batters down, and a lot of his runs have been solo shots. I mean, most of his runs here at home have almost all been solo shots. I think in one of his previous outings, he gave up 3 or 4 runs through 6 innings, and every single time it was just a solo shot home run that a pitcher just won that matchup that day. So I mean, he is a very strong pitcher, and we're glad to have him on the mound today.
And so with this northwest wind here, it's going to be very advantageous to left-handed hitters here today. You're going to have to pitch in to the righties.
Yep.
You don't want them to hit it towards that right side, because anything hit towards right center is probably going to go out with. If you hit it hard towards that triangle out in right center, it's going to have a way to push it farther down the right field line, and it's going to go. There's a chance to go a long way.
Yeah, and as the week was progressing and we kind of got a little bit clearer forecast of this, I mean, we saw kind of what wind direction was going to be in the last couple of days. At batting practice, Standiford has just been preaching, get it out there to right field. That's the way the wind is going to be blowing. And I mean, even beyond that, we're not, because the wind is blowing in, not really a power hitter friendly thing. And so that's where you've got people like Robert Diaz now playing second base for us, getting some speed hopefully on the base paths, a guy who can maybe little hit and run action or a bunt and get out there. So I mean, trying to line up with a little bit speedier lineup today, trying to get that out as we see the starters getting called out here for both Bethany and the Blue Jays, getting the lineups. That's a new one. I don't know if I've ever seen the helmets and the bats together for lineup call for Bethany over there, as the first 3 hitters are ready to go.
I mean,
but hey, whatever works for you. Yeah, Bethany will be wearing gray pants here with a bright highlighter yellow. Can't miss them. And with some blue sleeves. Tabor rocking the all whites today. So it should be, like you said, a good matchup. And I mean, going back to the conference standings right here, Tabor currently sitting 6th in the conference, but within 3 games of third place. Yeah, so I mean, and then Friends and McPherson, who are both ahead of us, have an extra series to play because they have already had their bye weeks, whereas we will have our bye week at the end of the year.
Very, very last week.
Yep, so we'll see. There's plenty of room to climb up the standings, but what you got to do is win, and that's ultimately what it is.
You can't lose games that you have control of for the majority of the games, which has kind of been the story of the year for the Blue Jays. They've been in it. They've had chances to win. Can they win the close games? And then there's a chance. I mean, Bethany has been playing better compared, like, historically. Bethany has been a lesser program than the Blue Jays, but they're pretty close to the Blue Jays. They're sitting at 8-14, so they're only 3 games behind the Blue Jays right now in the standings. So it's gonna be interesting. The Swede program definitely has improved over the last 3 or 4 years. So I'm feeling this is going to be a closer series than some people might expect. But we're going to take a break here, listen to the prayer and the national anthem. We'll be right back to call it in.
Mark Standiford is assisted by Jake Jones, Andy Davis, Mark Poole, Tanner Tompkins, and Raiden Roll. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you please rise and remove your hats for our opening prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. please pray with me? Gracious God, I thank you for this afternoon and the opportunity to watch and play this great game of baseball. I thank you for the gifts and talents you have given each one of these young men and their coaches. And I thank you for the umpires we have here today, that you would give them the wisdom and discernment to make the right call. I ask that you watch over all of these athletes, coaches, umpires, fans, and game staff throughout this afternoon's contest, and that you would please bring them home safely. In your name we pray. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play
And welcome
ball.
back here. Time to finally play some baseball. So this should be a good matchup here, as the first matchup of the day will be Wyatt Bauer versus Fernando Bones, the shortstop for the Swedes. Bones batting .304 so far this year through 102 plate appearances, has 16 RBIs, and an on-base percentage of .500, so a good leadoff man for the Swedes, as the Swedes are very top-heavy with their lineup, as the first three spots are all batting above .300, and then after that, everyone is below .300, minus the third baseman, Giovanni Orozco, who has only had 3 plate appearances so far this year and is batting 2 for 3.
Yeah,
so,
I remember Orozco from last year when we played Bethany in the midweek series, so
yep,
I wonder if he's coming off injury or whatever happened there. But
yep. And then another thing to note for their lineup is Jose Morales, their catcher, has only appeared in 9 games as well. So I don't know if there's been some injuries. I mean, that definitely starts to happen the further you get into the season, especially at that catcher spot. Is such a physical, it's a toll. It's a demanding spot. So, I mean, other than that, it looks like all of their lineup is pretty regular guys who play most of the games. So, but I mean, that 8 and 9 spot for Bethany will be kind of a question mark a little bit for Blue Jay pitchers, as they just have not won't have had much tape or much feel for what they like.
And again, for Bauer, you want to get in on righties and away from lefties today. This wind is stiff from the northwest right now, and do not allow them to hit it to the opposite field in the air. They're going to let him hit it to the opposite field. They'll let him hit him on the ground. They got a good infield. Trust him. Get to work. First pitch here from Bauer. Right there on the outside corner for strike 1.
I mean, good first pitch. I mean, like you said, staying away, getting that outside corner, but I mean, also getting a strike, staying ahead in the count, and that's what Wyatt Bauer really excels at, as he gets that second pitch in there for strike 2. So up 2-0-2 against Bones here to start the game.
Here comes the 0-2. Changeup hit towards the right side. It's going to drop for a base hit right in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I mean, just a perfect little bloop shot there where, I mean, you had Mack coming in on it, Calder and Diaz both racing towards it. I thought Diaz might have a chance at that with his speed. He was maybe the closest to it, but, I mean, just a perfectly placed ball.
You couldn't do anything about it, unfortunately.
Yep. So nice Nice leadoff single there, especially being down 0-2 in the count. Took advantage and got a leadoff runner on base for the Swedes. Up next will be the center fielder, Eduardo Tarafa, batting .318 on the year so far. We'll see the first ball, so it'll be a 1-0 count here for Tarafa against Bauer.
The 1-0 to Tarafa. Hit towards the right side. Mack kind of in the same place. Mack, Holder, and Diaz unable to get this one also. This one's going to be foul. So the count's 1-1. And it's been a lot of bad swings so far.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously have the same idea of wanting to take advantage of this right field wall that we have here at Blue Jay Field. So, I mean, that's the report. You just got to keep it a little closer in. I mean, they're right in that foul line. But, I mean, that's a great place to do it if you can keep it fair, too. Bauer here getting ready to deliver the 1-1. This one popped up into center field. Norris under it, and we'll make an easy breadbasket grab here for the first out of the inning as Tarafa goes down on a pop-up to center field.
And that one definitely started in left center, but just with that wind, and it kind of looked like Tarafa got jammed there. Norris didn't have to move very much, and you see how much they're shifted towards this right side. So if anything's in the air, it's going to either come back at Schieffer, or this one gets past Crawford here. Bones is going to move up to second base here with 1 out.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about how they're shifted here. I mean, it's going to be really important if there's anything hit on the ground that both our shortstop Narvaez and our third baseman Kaiser have got to scoop that up, because, I mean, with this shift, anything out into left field that dribbles past them is likely a two-base hit.
Yeah, especially down the left field line with Kaiser. As this one misses upstairs to Crane. Counts 2-0 to the designated hitter for the Swedes. He's hitting .328 on the year with no home runs and 11 RBIs.
Yeah, the Swedes, not a home run heavy team, as they only have what looks like 10, 12, 14 home runs on the year total. So, I mean, not a whole lot there for them, but, I mean, that's a good matchup for the Blue Jays, as both of these teams are kind of built around small ball this year, and those are the conditions for that. That one fouled back. Will be a 2-2 count here for Crane, facing Bauer here in the top of the first. Got a runner on second with 1 out here. Bones with a stolen base, previously off of Crawford's missed ball.
2-2, fouled off.
That one back towards the Bethany dugout. And he stays alive. Yeah, Crane, one of the leaders in slugging for the Swedes, a .466 slugging, as you will see a ball there. So it'll be a full count here for Crane, the DH for the Swedes.
3-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded, fouled. First base coach doesn't even try to put his hand out.
And he needs to save that. That's a nice little muddy pit there.
Yeah,
so any ball he could save us over there
that
would be great.
Nice, because that ball, I have a feeling, is probably
it might
covered.
Be toast.
Yep. 3-2 once again. Grounded. Going to take a long hop on Narvaez. Narvaez makes a running throw for out number 2. Nice play there by the shortstop for the Blue Jays. So 2 away here with runner at third as Bones moves up. But Crane does his job, moves Bones up to third there.
Yeah, and I mean, Narvaez also doing the smart play, had to come up on it. No play there at third, just gets the easy out. So now it's 2 outs here in the top of the first, so Bauer just has to get the batter out, not even have to worry about the guy on third.
First pitch to Ballmer, popped up. Diaz going to make the catch for out number 3. So the leadoff hit proves to be nothing in the top of the first. Blue Jays coming to bat in the bottom of the first. Still tied 0-0.
Your score is tied at 0. Ladies and gentlemen, the public restrooms are open south of the football bleachers.
Awesome music continues here on Game Time. Good sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. Keep the standards high and the game enjoyable for everyone by showing the proper respect for players.
Back here in the bottom of the first, Blue Jays and Swedes still tied at 0 after Wyatt Bauer had a scoreless inning, with a lot of weak contact.
Yeah,
there for Bauer in the bottom of the first, or on top of the first.
Yeah, and the pitcher for the Swedes, Guzman, will take on our leadoff hitter here, Cole Schieffer, the left fielder for us. Schieffer this year batting .347 with an on-base percentage of .516. And had a little bit of injury issues there in the middle of the season, kept him out of a couple of games, but has really since kind of found his groove back and looking better and found his way back to the leadoff spot that he was in to start the season. So good to see him back out here feeling good, and we'll see if he can get Blue Jays rolling here.
And it's a good way to set the table, too, with a guy that gets on half the time. I think he's leading the team or pretty dang close in leading the team with hit by pitches. Close to the top of the leaderboards in walks. Someone not really close with Kaiser. I mean, that's
no.
Jack. And Jack has 37. Next closest person has 10 less, but 27. So, I mean, Schieffer is a guy that has done it all for the Blue Jays so far this year. Played really well defensively. Hasn't made an error yet, knock on wood. As it counts 2-0 here to the man, the senior from Wichita, Kansas, went to Mays High School. Transferred from Barton County Community College in his second year for the Blue Jays. Looking to get something going here. The 2-0. Misses outside.
Yeah,
So
definitely
3-0.
trying to stay outside. Read your scouting report there. Trying to stay outside on him, but just cannot find the zone yet, as Schieffer, being a very patient hitter, up 3-0 in this. And if you're Schieffer, you're not even thinking of swinging on this one.
That one catches the outside corner, so it counts 3-1 here. Swedes kind of in that same sort of shift in the outfield. You see the center fielder kind of playing that right center field gap, leaving the left center wide open here. The 3-1. Hit to right field. This one has a chance. This one's going to end foul. Schieffer got a good piece of it, but with that wind, anything hit close to the line just going to be blown a little bit foul. It's a good swing there by Schieffer. Going the way you want today.
Yeah, and I talked to him before the game, told him to go get me one today, and he just about did it right there.
Yeah.
So does not have a home run on the year, but I mean, today is a very favorable day to do that if you can hit it away towards right field like that.
So 3-2 here to the leadoff man for the Blue Jays. The pitch swung on and missed for a strikeout. So Schieffer strikes out. 1 up, 1 down. Next up is the center fielder for the Blue Jays, Easton Norris. Norris so far this year hitting .313. And a .472 on base with 7 home runs and 24 RBIs. And this is a day for Norris.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you talk about home run leader with 7 home runs for us, has a slugging of .507, and I mean, a lefty hitter in these conditions. He's a guy who has to show up in this series for the Blue Jays.
First pitch to Norris. Fouled off.
I mean, these are prime conditions for Norris to have himself a day, and I would love to see that. And, I mean, we're really built for that as well as, I mean, we'll have Mack coming up next, but then Calder behind him as well, another strong, powerful lefty.
The 0-1. Misses in the dirt. So the count's 1-1 here to Norris. Guzman looking to get the Swedes back in the dugout, with this game still tied at 0 with 2 more outs. The 1-1. Curveball catches the outside quarter. Good pitch there by Guzman. Makes the count 1-2. That's where you want to live here, Guzman there. To these lefties outside. If Norris beats you with a little dribble or ground ball past the third baseman, you're going to live with that. You just can't give up the mistake pitches. This one's hit to the left side. This one's going to fly back into the shortstop's glove for out number 2. Probably would have been a bloop hit if without this wind, but the wind caught it a little bit, so Norris is retired. Next up is Jared Mack.
And good job there by the shortstop for the Swedes to read that Bones there, reading that well. I mean, with that wind, it kind of tossed it around a little bit, kind of took it for a spin, and had to almost slow down his pace a little bit as it came back towards him. But Jared Mack, the right fielder for the Blue Jays, up to bat now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
That one misses down low. So counts 1-0 here to Jared Mack.
Rocking a new bat today. I saw it broken out this week at practice, so see if the new bat helps out or not.
The 1-0. Hit to left field. This one going to, the wind's going to knock it down for a base hit. So a 2-out single here for Jared Mack brings up the 4-hole hitter, Eric Calder. And a good swing there from Mack. Got a good barrel on it, but just right into the head of that wind. Knocked it down right in front of the left field.
Yeah, which I mean also works today.
Yes.
I mean, if you're gonna power it out there, it's gonna almost be a bloop shot for you. So, bringing up the first baseman for the Blue Jays, Eric Calder, another great power lefty for us. Hopefully, he can see Mack in with a nice hit against the wall.
First pitch here to Calder. Big swing there. Next count 0-1. Calder hitting so far this year .339 with 551 slugging and a .503 on base. So has done a really good job stepping into those big shoes of Cody Moore that's been here for 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about as Mack will go here, Calder fouls off though, so Mack will have to walk back to first base. You talk about, I mean, just the strength at the first baseman position over the past 10 years even at Tabor has been stellar. One of the very, very strong points of the squad for a long time. And Calder stepping into big shoes and filling them really well this year.
0-2 here at Calder, 2 outs. Mack at first base. This one in the dirt. Calder doesn't swing, so the count's 1-2 here to the 4-hole hitter, to the Blue Jays. Wind blowing, it's still. I was kind of looking at the wind map with Apple Maps, and we're kind of in the middle point.
Yeah, it's really kind of swirling just a little bit. I mean, we go a couple miles east, and it's heading the opposite direction as Calder will swing for a swinging strikeout there. So Guzman gets 2 strikeouts and a pop-up to shortstop for a scoreless first to match Bauer. We'll be back with you in the top of the second. We are back here for the top of the second as Bauer finishes up his last warm-up pitch here. We'll be facing Jan Ortiz, the second baseman for the Swedes. Ortiz batting .209 on the year for the Swedes. So, I mean, as we come here towards the bottom of the lineup, after you get through those first 4, I mean, it's kind of a weaker lineup for the Swedes. So Bauer hopefully can be able to go 1, 2, 3 inning for us. And he starts it off the right way with a strike.
And that's what you got to be. You got to be living in the zone. I mean, whether the wind's blowing out 50 miles an hour from the south or it's blowing 30 miles an hour, First pitch strikes. Being ahead in the count is the third base umpire almost got hit in the head there on that line drive foul ball.
Yeah, quick reaction there and good thing. I mean, that was scary.
See, kind of joking with Jack Kaiser over there at third base. But that one was hit. That was definitely hit hard.
Yeah.
And there's good reactions by the third base umpire there.
Yeah, had that thing stayed fair, you're looking at an easy double as Schieffer would have had to chase that into the corner. That ball high, so be a 1-2 count here for Bauer facing Ortiz. Bauer requests a ball swap here. How often are you requesting ball swaps as a pitcher?
Well,
what are you looking at?
Depends. One thing is if you throw 5 or 6 balls in a row with the same ball, you don't want that one anymore.
Yeah, get that juju
it's
going.
Bad juju.
Yep.
Sometimes there's a cut in it that you don't really notice, or it gets hit weird, hits something metal or something like that. But sometimes it's the home plate umpire's job. Like if it's hit weird, the umpires will check the ball, make sure there's no scuff marks or anything like that. But I kind of like the scuff marks. It helps the ball move a little bit more. Full count here too. Ortiz is fouled off, but I kind of like pitching with quote-unquote bad baseballs.
With a junk baseball,
yes. Yep. Because it helps it move a little bit more, but there are times. And some of them are just trying to get the...
Ortiz sees that one in there for a ball, so full count gets him a free 90 off of Bauer. And Stephen Kent will be coming up in right field. So you like towards the end of the game then a ball used a little bit more.
Yes,
typically what you like. You don't like the shine.
Yeah.
On it?
There's times where if it's a really dusty day, that the ball gets really kind of coated in the dust, and you just don't have a grip on it. Sometimes there's the laces on a baseball. They're handmade. They're hand sewn. All baseballs are hand sewn most of the time. So sometimes the seams are a little bit raised, and that helps the pitcher. Sometimes they're a little flatter, and that does you don't get a really good grip on it. So there's so many little things about baseballs that it's just really dependent on each one. There's,
and I'm sure it's also kind of a personal taste thing from pitcher to pitcher.
It definitely is. There's people
runner goes. Crawford will toss down. Diaz will get him. Great throw there by Crawford. Guns him down. I mean, put the ball right where we needed it. So
great throw there by Crawford.
Great job after giving up a walk to get that nice free out there. I mean, you see this Diaz there in time, sets up great, and I mean just tagged him perfectly. I mean, a little further off on the throw, and we're not going to have him, but wonderful bullet shot there by Crawford to gun him down and get the first out here for the top of the second. Kent here facing a 3-1 count now against Bauer.
3-1 here. Hit to the right side. Calder giving chase at the fence and is going to make the catch. It stays in just enough for Calder to make the catch. So the foul out gives the Blue Jays, after the leadoff walk, gives them 2 outs really quickly.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great job by Calder there tracking that, and you could hear the guys starting to yell at him, fence, as he was getting up to that, making sure he's not hitting it as he's got eyes on the baseball and baseball alone.
And that's good heads-up baseball by the dugout. It means they're paying attention. They're locked in as they're helping their guys.
Yep.
That's one way they can help them.
There's a first pitch in here to Sanchez is a big swing and miss. The left fielder batting .257 on the season. This one struck well out into left field. Schieffer unable to find it as the wind kind of trails it around him. Will be a stand-up double for Sanchez.
Sanchez hit that ball very, very hard. I mean, if the wind's not blowing out of the north, that ball's gone.
Yeah, I mean, just power.
And Schieffer had a complete struggle because I bet it started to the left of him and then ended up in left center. Yeah. So it was a very weird ball flight path, but Sanchez gets a 2-out double, and that caught stealing turns out to be huge right there.
Yeah.
It would be 1-0 Swedes if it wasn't. So 2 outs here again. Jose Morales, the catcher, up here for the Swedes. First pitch to him. right there for strike one.
And Jose Morales only batting 118 on the year, but as I mentioned at the top of the inning, only played 9 games and has only had 17 appearances. So definitely just has not had the length of time and experience that everybody else has. As Kaiser catches this one easy out over to first base. So Bauer gets a little help by Crawford there with a caught stealing that allows him to get a clean sheet with a double later on in the inning. But score is still 0-0 as we go into the bottom of the second.
Back here in the bottom of the second, Blue Jays and Swedes still tied at 0. Leading off for the Blue Jays is Jack Kaiser here in the top of the the bottom of the second. Just made a play with the ground ball to third, so had a lot of action going on here for Kaiser.
Yeah, and Kaiser, I mean, another great person to be leading off an inning, as his on-base percentage does lead the team at .528, and like you said, 37 walks. And, I mean, just a couple shy of the single-season record.
When I was talking to Jack earlier, I think it's 43 or 44. We were wrong against McPherson, but still, very, very close for how many games we have left in this season.
Yeah, and I mean, to have 37 walks through 35 games played, I mean, great patient batting by Kaiser, and he does see the first one in for a ball. So bottom of the second here, Kaiser facing Guzman.
And misses away, so the count's 2-0 to Kaiser. Kaiser starting to get hot with the bat, hitting .275. His batting average was in the low 200s for the most of the year, but really found his stride the last month.
Yeah, I mean, has really come on. So good and great guy to have as the season progresses, has gotten stronger, and that's exactly what you want to see, and that's what the Blue Jays are going to need coming down the home stretch here.
He found his role, right? He found his role within this ball club. Started off kind of playing a little bit everywhere, but has found he's stuck at third base. So 3-1 here to Kaiser. Guzman trying to not allow the leadoff base runner on here.
And Kaiser stepping into that third base is big, too, for a defensive shift for him, as he was a natural second baseman. A little bit of shortstop experience, too, from what I understand. But as he will be hit by a pitch here in the back, I mean...
So that one doesn't get him closer to the walk record, but...
free base anyways. So.
He has, let's see, trying to find it. He has 8 hit by pitches, so gets him to 9, so 14 strikeouts. So the guy's just been on base all the time. Brings up Danny Zepeda, who's DHing today, who's been playing kind of second or third base.
Yeah, when you're getting hit by pitch almost as much as you're striking out, you know you're doing something right.
Zepeda so far this year hitting .280, 363 on base. This one fouled off for strike one.
Now that one kind of a lackadaisical swing there. Looked like he got about halfway around and realized he didn't want it anymore, so just did the good thing and fouled it out. As you're here on first base with a leadoff runner, no outs here in the bottom of the second.
This one hit to right field.
Looks like right fielder is under it. Will make the catch with the heels on the warning track, so just not quite enough to get it out there to the wall. So that will be out number 1 for the Blue Jays. And we'll bring up the shortstop, number 3, Jose Narvaez.
Narvaez, so far this year, hitting .318, .410 on base with 1 home run and 11 RBIs. So he's starting to play well also. Had a good series against Friends and had a good couple of hits against McPherson as well. So the infield for the Blue Jays starting to turn it on a little bit. This one doesn't get away from the catcher just enough, so Kaiser stays at first. So the count's 1-0 here to Narvaez, the shortstop.
Yeah, the shortstop position was another one that kind of traded around towards the start of the year, and since then Narvaez has kind of solidified it a little bit, and as you mentioned, looking better as of late. Guzman with a throwback, but Kaiser down with plenty of time, and we'll get the jersey a little dirty there. Can tell he played now.
Yes, and that's what matters.
Yep. That's where if you see me out working on the grounds, every once in a while I'll just grab a little piece of mud, swipe it on my pants so people think I'm working out there.
Well, and Dozer does it for you also.
Yeah.
He's one to roll in the mud.
Yep, finding those mud puddles out there and then shaking it off on me. So I'll make sure.
He does it for you. You don't even have to do it.
Yep, you're right.
The 1-0 here to Narvaez. Fouled off. Good swing there by Narvaez. Counts 1-2 here. Or 1-1? 1-1? Yeah, because there was the first, kind of pick off, yes. So 1-1 here to Narvaez. Kaiser at first base. Runner goes. Kaiser going to try to steal second. He's going to get in there. A low throw by the catcher.
Yeah.
Morales gets Kaiser into second base with a 1-2 count.
Would have been a bang-bang play there, but the second baseman unable to handle the ball. So Kaiser in to scoring position here with 1 out. Narvaez ahead in the count 2-1.
It's 1-2. It was a swing and miss there. So the count's 1-2. The pitch. Hit past the third baseman. Kaiser going to round third and score. Narvaez going to go into second. A 1-out double for Jose Narvaez. Gives the Blue Jays a 1-0 lead. And if you're going to hit it to left field on the ground and hard is a way to do it. And Narvaez did that right there.
Yeah, I mean, perfect shot there on the line. I mean, third baseman unable to make the play. And actually kind of slowed it down a little bit. So
and the grass, it's still a little wet.
Yep.
So it's going to kill it even more, and that allowed Narvaez to get to second with ease.
Yeah, I mean, perfect shot down there, as we said, with the shift kind of over towards right field. If you're going to scream it down the third base line, you got an easy double today. And we'll bring up Robert Diaz after the RBI double by Narvaez puts the Blue Jays in the lead.
Diaz so far this year, he is hitting 188. No home runs, 4 RBIs, but he played well in the McPherson midweek game. Had a triple, had a couple of singles. This one misses outside, and this is a day built for him.
Yes, exactly, and that's why he's in there. And I mean, he's got to take advantage of the opportunity as well, as he has some breakneck speed. Yes. I mean, so do not be surprised if he doesn't lay down a bunt or two in this game. And that's why Stanford has him in here with just the conditions today. He's kind of built for it.
Does square around a bunt there, but doesn't hit it. We're going to get a runner going to third, and he's going to be a wild throw. Narvaez is going to try to score. Throw in from left field is going to be in time. Not in time, excuse me. Narvaez scores, and a little bit of pressure can lead to some mistakes, and Bethany just made one there. It's 2-0 Blue Jays.
And I mean, great job there by Narvaez and Jones over there at third base. I mean, seeing that ball going out and getting signaled. I mean, great communication there to tell him he's got a shot at it, and gets in, and luckily a bad throw. So gets the Blue Jays out to a 2-0 lead, clears the base paths here. 1-2. Gets fouled off by Diaz.
In the play for Narvaez, it didn't really get past the catcher. The catcher caught it, but the third baseman was playing so far in, the shortstop wasn't covering third. There was no one there. So if the third baseman played the bag a little bit more, he's going to be able to catch it at least. Maybe doesn't get Narvaez, but he would have kept it in front of him, kept the run from scoring, but with the throw being a little too far off line, the third baseman having to run back to third base and then turn around and try to catch a ball, it's just that's the heads-up base running that you need from the bottom part of the order, the middle bottom part of the order, that 7-hole, doing the little things to scratch runs across on the board here.
Yeah, Diaz facing a 2-2 after one, high and tight. Will get this one, swinging strikeout. So that is Guzman's third strikeout of the day. And we'll bring up the catcher, Ethan Crawford, looking for a little 2-out magic here after the Blue Jays have put up 2 here in the bottom of the second. And Crawford, so far this year, been kind of swapping time a little bit with Grady Clements at the catcher position, but doing a good job of holding his own so far, batting .230 with a .344 on-base percentage.
First pitch to Crawford misses upstairs for ball 1. And that's kind of been the question is, this has kind of been the position battle that's been going on throughout the year.
Yes.
The sole position battle. The two guys have been trying to, Coach Stanford's trying to press the right buttons, sort of say, trying to find the guy that's hot. As they're pretty comparable defensively. Crawford definitely has the framing advantage.
Yep.
But it's important to find someone. I mean, these are two young guys. Yep. One's a sophomore, one's a freshman. So in a very leadership heavy role as a catcher, finding someone that can be consistent and both having very little experience at the college level, there's going to be a lot of gaps missing.
Yep. Crawford here facing the 1-2. Fouls this one off to stay alive. I mean, that's really been the question, too. I think that's the biggest thing that would separate this race right here is just offense.
Yes.
I mean, they're both statistically have not been batting all that great down below 300. Would love to see them start getting hot here.
So 2-2 count here to Crawford, 2 outs. I mean, and it's about getting on base if you're a catcher.
Yep.
And it doesn't, because you don't have to have the speed. I mean, you obviously, with this courtesy runner thing, you can have good speed as a catcher, but you're going to get even better speed.
Yep. That ball down in the dirt will run
coming
full
off
count.
I mean, you can work good at bats, especially in the 9-hole. Just as long as you get on base, there's a threat for your position in the lineup to score because you're bringing up the top of the order, getting on base, moving it to the next guy. That's the important part.
Yeah, and you talk about that courtesy runner NAIA rule of a catcher gets a free courtesy runner.
Oh.
And that is this one will scrape by the home plate ump after a foul back. But that the catcher in the NAIA will get a free courtesy runner replacement, and that's just to help him get his gear on and keep the pace of play moving a little bit better. So, I mean, you see that every team will do that and find one good strong base runner that they can put out there and some speedy wheels, and hopefully Crawford can find his way on here, and we'll see who we got on tap for us today.
3-2 is going to be a called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Crawford goes down looking. Guzman gets his 4th strikeout. Blue Jays up 2-0. And after 2.
Your score, Tabor College 2, Bethany College 0. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stay up to date with all things Tabor College athletics by going to www.taborbluejays.com for all the latest news, scores, and schedule updates. And be sure to check out www.PlayStationSports.com and click on the baseball page to check out the conference standings and schedules across the league.
back here in top of the third. Blue Jays and Swedes in this conference matchup here on Good Friday. This afternoon, both universities have the day off. So it is a nice, just kind of a relaxing day for the Blue Jay players, not really having to worry about missing class or anything like that. So a nice, easy morning for both teams. Leading off for the Swedes is the third baseman, Giovanni Orozco.
We'll take strike one.
Giovanni, we were talking about it earlier, hitting .667, but that's in 3 at-bats. So he is 2 for 3, but that one is a swing and miss. Good pitch by Bauer. Counts 0-2 here. The third baseman for the Swedes, Giovanni, is from Grand Prairie, Texas. Next pitch misses low. So the count's 1-2 here to Orozco. And I'm actually seeing here that Giovanni's a freshman.
Yeah, so it must have been another Orozco. We were talking before the game that we recognized that name, but it must be a different player.
Yeah. Well, I'll look into it. So 2-2 here to Orozco. Bauer looking to get the first out here in the third. This one is a strike 3 looking. Bauer gets his first strikeout of the day backwards.
And just like that, just destroys his batting average.
Yes.
Takes him down to 500.
It's a killer. It is a killer when it's such a small sample size. It's the same thing with ERA.
Yep,
right?
exactly. The more innings you pitch, the more plate appearances you have, the truer that statistic is going to be. You got more data sets to put in there, more data points for your data set.
Fernando Bones now up for the Swedes. Had a single that kind of bled through the right side. It was kind of in the Bermuda Triangle in between the first, second baseman, and the right fielder. But then no, that wasn't him. He didn't get thrown out.
No, he did not get thrown out. He had a successful stolen base there in the first.
1-1, fouled off. A big swing there by Bones.
Yeah, he wanted every part of that one as he goes down to a knee, which is definitely not what you want to do when you're batting. You want to keep that upright form. But it will be a 1-2 count here for Bauer trying to retire Bones.
Next pitch, hit towards Kaiser at third. Gonna make a throw and gets Bones by a step. The 2 outs here in the top of the third for the Blue Jays. And next up is Eduardo Tarafa. Tarafa flew out to center field his last plate appearance.
Yeah, Tarafa here, has been batting well for the Swedes so far this year. And so looking to see if he can get a little something going as the Swedes are now down 2-0 after that 2-run bottom of the second. So they're going to need to start crawling their way back into this game. And got a tough pitching matchup to do it against in Wyatt Bauer. 2 outs here as this one is drilled into right center. Will find the gap and will be a stand-up single. Norris with a gun in to hold him there on first, but Tarafa nonetheless gets a single and gets a base runner on the paths for Bethany.
That was, again, a good swing by Tarafa, but that was a great way to cut it off by Norris there to keep him at first base, but playing well is Norris so far in center field with this win. Next up, Jack Crane grounded out to the shortstop. His last plate appearance, this one misses low for ball 1. Counts 1-0.
Now Tarafa here on first. A little throwback, will not be in time. Just keeping him honest, trying to catch him slipping. At 1-0 count here against Crane, the DH for the Swedes.
1-0. Swung on and missed. Big swing there. Makes the count 1-1 here. The 1-1. Misses away. Counts 2-1 here to Crane, who's 0 for 1.
Bauer here gets his pitch selection and likes what he's got cooking. Throws it in there, fouled back, so Crane doing his job. trying to extend this at-bat, be a 2-2 here with 2 outs, runner on first here in the top of the third. That one just inside, so will be a full count here as Bauer will have to face a runner on first here. Full count, 2 outs in the top of the third against the DH, Jack Crane.
Gets a pickoff here. Going to be a throw by Calder. A good play there with 2 outs. Base runner's going to go on the pitch, but Bauer can pick off with it as a left-hander. So smart play there by the Blue Jays. Gets them another scoreless inning. So 3 scoreless for Wyatt Bauer.
I mean,
just a good throw by Calder. Wayne going up the line so he doesn't hit the runner going to second base. Smart there by Calder. Gets the Blue Jays back to hitting here in the bottom of the third. 2-0 Blue Jays. Back here in the bottom of the third, Blue Jays and Swedes here in this game 1 of the series on Good Friday. Leading off is the leadoff man, Cole Schieffer. Schieffer 0 for 1 with the strikeout. And Cole Schieffer playing left field today. Started in right so far this year, has moved to left as this one, a good play there by Bones, and he's going to make the throw. A great play there by Fernando Bones. Gets out number 1 in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, and I mean, just beat Schieffer by about a half a step there. So, I mean, great diving play to prevent a bloop down the center of the field. And, I mean, so just like that, the Bethany Swedes with an early out here against the leadoff, Schieffer. We'll bring up Norris, the center fielder for the Blue Jays, who flied out over to the shortstop last at bat.
First pitch, Norris catches the knees for strike 1. So 0-1 here to Norris. 1 out after that great play there by Bones. The 0-1. Misses low. Good take there by Norris. Counts 1-1. And I've seen a little bit of an approach change here by Norris. Norris has been a one to swing and miss in a lot of the kind of the slow stuff on the outside part of the plate. Hasn't swung at it today. I don't know if that's just an approach change or he's seeing the ball well out of hands, but I like what I've seen so far out of Norris.
Yeah, he's gotten a little bit more patient as the year's gone on, too. I mean, started off with a bunch of swinging strikeouts a little bit, but, I mean, has gotten much more patient, seeing the ball well. That one does get called a strike, so it'll be a 2-2 count here with 1 out in the bottom of the third. Base path is clear for Norris. But the Blue Jays do lead by 2 after a 2-run bottom of the second.
A 2-2. Fouled off. Good swing there by Norris. Keeps this at-bat alive here with a count 2-2.
Yeah, Guzman here doing a great job today with 4 strikeouts already on the day against the Blue Jay batters. But Norris here fighting back.
2-2. This one is behind Norris. So
yeah, had he not jumped in, maybe would have scratched the rear end there and gotten him a free base. But nonetheless, will be a full count against Norris here. And that's probably one of the longest at-bat of the game so far.
Definitely on the Blue Jays side. Crane had a good at-bat. This one is low for ball 4. So Norris works a walk, brings up Jared Mack. Norris has good speed, but we've seen the Blue Jays kind of be aggressive here against the Swedes so far, with 2 stolen bases already, one by Kaiser and one by
Narvaez.
Yes. Yep. So being aggressive, trying to – oh, Mack had one too. Mack stole second. So we've had 3 stolen bases. So wouldn't be surprised to see Norris maybe go here. Big leg kick by Guzman in there for strike 1. And that's how they've been. Guzman has a longer time to the plate, so that's going to help the Blue Jays take some runs or get some runners in a scoring position.
Yeah, and definitely would.
Oh, and there's
caught him slipping, so pickoff attempt is successful. Norris will have to take a short walk to the dugout. But Jared Mack up at the plate now. Base paths are clean for him. But 2 outs here after the pickoff attempt is successful for the Swedes.
And that's how Guzman can keep him honest, is if with a good pickoff move. Good feet there for Guzman. First pitch, or the 0-1 to Mack is in there for strike 2. So the count's 0-2 here. And definitely got him. Just Norris wasn't just caught going towards second base, and that's when you got to pick off if you're a pitcher, when you see them kind of shifting their momentum towards the second base side. The 0-2 fouled off. Count stays alive at 0-2 here to Mack.
And Mack with a nice single into shallow left in his first appearance, looking to replicate that here. Guzman delivers. And that ball high, so it'll be the first ball. And he had that one to give as he was ahead in the count 0-2.
And that's where Morales wanted it. He wanted upstairs to see if Mack would chase there, but good way to hold off by Mack there. Count is 1-2 here. The pitch is fouled off.
A good battle there by Mack.
He's way ahead of that off-speed pitch. Needs to stay back just a little bit more to keep this at bat alive here. Count is 1-2. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a off-speed pitch in the dirt, as Max fouled a couple of off-speed in a row off. The 1-2. This one is an off-speed pitch high that gets the swing and the miss. Guzman's 5th strikeout gets a scoreless third, or scoreless bottom of the 4th. We go into the 4th inning. Blue Jays up 2-0.
And we're here back in the top of the 4th for Bauer to face off the DH, who he was facing in the last at-bat, but then got caught stealing off of Tarafa. So it'll be the designated hitter, Crane. Give you a little teaser here, too. The college is wanting to try a little something new here and do a couple of interview some staff, see what else is going on around the campus. So here not after this half inning, but after the bottom of the fourth, they decided that since I was calling games, I'd be a great one for to guinea pig on. So Caleb Apple has got some questions queued up and prepared for me as this one is popped up, and Diaz gets easy out number 1. So if you wanted to know more about Tabor grounds, just stay here after the bottom of the fourth, and I'll give you whatever information Caleb wants from me. But Bauer here with a quick easy out against Crane will face the first baseman now, Connor Balmer, who had a little pop-up over to the first baseman out in foul territory that Calder caught in his first appearance. 1-0 count here with 1 out in the top of the fourth.
This one's big swing and a miss there by Bauer. Makes the count 1-2, or 1-1, excuse me. So Bauer looking to keep the train rolling here. 1-1. This one misses low. Good pitch there. Doesn't get the swing though, so the count goes to 2-1 here.
I'm sorry, I was wrong. He popped up to second baseman, not the first baseman.
I wasn't going to correct you,
Yeah.
but it was on the right side of the field.
Yep.
That one was to end the first inning, where Diaz came in towards the infield grass.
Correct.
And called off Calder for the last out of the first inning, but it all goes down the same. It was a pop out.
Out either way.
The 2-2 here. Hit towards the right side, and Mack going to make a catch on a line. So good play there by Mack. Gets us out number 2 here into the top of the fourth.
Yeah, Mack doing a good job of reading that and just running up on it. Did not have much time to react. But Mack playing a little bit of infield as well throughout the season, real utility guy. So has the ability to read it quickly off of the bat and made all use of that right there. We'll bring up the second baseman, Jan Ortiz, who walked in his first plate appearance and then later got caught stealing. First pitch in for a strike. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, and Jan hit a hard ball that went foul. So that kind of made Bauer kind of pitch around him just a little less in the zone. But it was a good at-bat by Jan to draw a walk in the second inning. The 1-1. This one hit towards center field. Norris doesn't have to move very far for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning before Wyatt Bauer brings the Blue Jays in to the dugout and going into the bottom of the fourth. 2-0 Blue Jays.
Tabor College 2, Bethany College 0. Attention please, now playing second base for Bethany College, number 35, Ali Mavarez.
And we're here back for the bottom of the fourth as Guzman looks to continue his pitching prowess with 5 strikeouts on the day, but the Blue Jays have been able to put up 2 in the bottom of the second. Blue Jay baseball players are looking to extend that 2-run lead, and the first person to do that will be the first baseman, Eric Calder, who struck out in his first plate appearance.
Number 17,
And Guzman has really done well against the left-handed hitters, pitching them outside.
Yes.
Norris 0 for 1 with a walk. But the Calder also and Diaz with a strikeout both haven't looked very comfortable in this game so far against Guzman as that one misses outside for ball 1. Because, I mean, that's what you want to do as if you're going to be successful with this wind.
Yep.
Go outside, go inside to righties, he has been successful doing that, only allowing 2 hits. For next pitch in the zone. Good pitch there by Guzman. Makes the count 1-1.
Yeah, and if you're going to win on a day like today, you have got to win that lefty batter matchup, and he has, as you said, done that very well so far today. A 1-1 count here to Calder.
Pitch misses away. So the count's 2-1 here to Calder, the junior college transfer.
Guzman comes prepared for the 2-1. Calder laces it over the first baseman for a nice little single and gets a leadoff runner on for the Blue Jays.
Next up is Jack Kaiser. Got hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. I mean, this one, off-speed pitch, it caught the end of the bat of Calder, but just got enough under it to get over the first baseman's glove. So Calder, a smart base runner on for the Blue Jays here. Kaiser, a guy that just likes to get on base any way possible. First pitch here to Kaiser. Gonna bunt, be a bunt, and this one's gonna be popped up. Smart by Calder to notice that it was going to be up in the air. Kaiser pops a bunt up. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
I mean, exactly what the Blue Jays wanted to do there, but just a misexecution. Got his bat a little too far up under the ball. Want to be on top of that ball for the bunt. But we'll bring up Danny Zepeda, the DH, who flew out to right field in his first appearance.
First pitch to Zepeda. Off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Morales has also done a good job of mixing in the first pitch off-speed. Hasn't been throwing one singular pitch. Has been going fastball off-speed. It's been a good mix. It hasn't been just 1 or 2 pitches. We've seen the fastball, we've seen the changeup, we've seen the off-speed pitch. It's been a good mix here for the pitcher for the Swedes. It counts 0-2 here to Zepeda.
Zepeda fouls that one back, but it's now going to have to really be defensive to fight his way back into this. Calder on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
This one misses away. Good play there by Morales to keep it in front of him. Counts 1-2 here with 1 out.
Yeah, and Guzman, they're trying to get a chase by Zepeda, but just a little too far out there for that chase swing. Calder skipping around over at first. Zepeda sees that one well, just high. It's going to be a 2-2 count.
Two here.
Calder goes.
Calder goes. Swing and miss by Zepeda. Calder going to be thrown out at second base.
And that will do it for the inning. I mean, just like that. Strikeout, throw out. So Guzman gets his 6th, and that will end the inning. But we'll stay right here with you.
It's interview time.
Boy, I'm on the hot seat now, Caleb. So for those of you who don't know, I'll just introduce myself right quick. Caleb here, my partner, is a student here at Tabor, and so he gets to call games with me, but I have the joy and pleasure of being the groundskeeper, the director of grounds here at Tabor College, so I get to take care of all things green, and gray too, a little bit. The sidewalks, parking lots, all that kind of falls under my purview, but I really enjoy what I do here, and sounds like you got a couple of questions for me.
So I know that you have a lot of students that work under you. So what does your team look like, and how is everything that you get done? Because there's a lot of mowing that has to be done around. I mean, I see all of these guys around campus. How do you get that all coordinated, and how does that work?
Yeah, so I'm lucky enough to have a pretty good team around me. I do like to tend to come over to the baseball team at the start of the year asking if they've got any guys, because they've historically treated me well and given me some good workers. This year I've got Tanner Tompkins, grad assistant for the baseball team, is helping me out, and he's kind of been my go-to guy to help me the most. Kaiser worked with me in the fall as well. I've had some other baseball players previously work with me, but kind of fill in some gaps with the student workers. And then I've also got my trusty assistant Dozer that we've talked about. And then my mom is actually a Tabor grad, lives here in town, and she comes out and volunteers quite frequently. Yeah, so she helps me out, and I couldn't do it without her either. And actually, she brings my 1-year-old son out here too every once in a while. So he pulled his first weed here earlier this week. So Bauer gets a ball on the first pitch here. But, I mean, so I've got a lot of great helpers, and I definitely could not do it without them. That one in there for a strike. So 1-1 count here against Kent.
Okay, I think I have an answer for this one, but what's your favorite area of campus, and what's been the undertaking of improving it? I have a feeling I know the answer to this one.
What's your guess?
The baseball field.
Baseball field. Baseball field is a fun one for me to work on, especially coming from worked on golf courses for a long time. So this is kind of where I get to put that knowledge to use really well. And so the infield is kind of my baby a little bit for sure in that regard. But I'm actually more of a flower guy, Caleb.
Really?
Yep, I really enjoy working with all the flowers around campus and getting to redo beds and just bring some color and some life. And so I don't know if I've necessarily got a favorite area, but as far as grass goes, I mean, it's definitely this infield is my favorite spot.
Because I've seen the most improvement in this. There's always been flowers around campus that are very beautiful, but as a baseball player that's been here for 4 years, and I've seen the change that's been made in the earlier versions of this field where it didn't turn green until this part of the year, and we've seen it get in better and better shape. That's due to your knowledge of being able to shape a grass in colder conditions.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of that is thanks to my golf course experience. Big shout out to one of my mentors, Curtis Schriever, and there's no way he's listening to this, but I'll shout him out anyways, as he has helped me a lot here. And then also shout out to Ben Hartman, is the groundskeeper for the Wichita Wind Surge, and have a working relationship with him, and I've been able to bounce a lot of ideas off of him as well and just soak that up, because coming here, working on all the athletic fields, I hadn't worked on a baseball field before, so he was one that has really helped me out and helps me to this day. I call him probably once or twice every year with a different question about what should this look like from your perspective, and how do I get there under the circumstances I've got.
And it's always good to have people that have a lot of experience. I mean, it doesn't just have to be at fields and groundskeeping either. There's, I'm a teaching major. I'm an elementary education major, so having the experience of older teachers, my professors, those sorts of things, it's always good to bounce ideas off of, trying to figure out what's best in your situation. The 1-1 here to Morales is down low, so the count's 2-1. The last question I got for you: any upcoming campus improvements projects, or especially with the baseball team, we've got some news about that's going on, and I know you're going to be a part of that process coming up here in the summer after the baseball season's over.
Yeah, as soon as the baseball season is over, one of the bigger projects we got is we will be redoing the visiting dugout, as it is dangerously close to that third baseline. So we'll actually be building it back. Marlon Jansen here sitting behind me will be doing a lot of that work, taking that over, as he's kind of the athletic maintenance go-to guy. And I mean, be doing that, building that out. Also getting a concrete pad here under the bleachers, as this one is ground out to shortstop for a quick 1-2-3 inning for Bauer. But yeah, talking about the baseball project, I mean, we'll get a concrete pad here under the bleachers, which will help me out. A couple less weeds for me to spray.
You don't have to do that as much, yeah.
So, I mean, it'll be good, but, I mean, we are looking forward to it, improving this baseball field. And, I mean, don't have the big budget donor money that a lot of those big colleges can have sometimes. Don't have a lot of people giving us $2, $3, $4 million gifts.
It's you got to find different ways to improve the field. And so if we could have our camera people with our behind kind of move over to that third base dugout, and we can kind of show what we're talking about here.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about just the small incremental changes, and that's really what I try to do around here. Is I don't necessarily have the staffing of a bigger school. I don't necessarily have the budget of a bigger school, but there's still ways to improve it, and it's really a labor of love out here that you've just got to keep at it every day. And I mean, I'm a third generation Tabor kid myself, so I mean, my grandparents met here, my parents met here, I met my wife here, so I mean, it's a Tabor runs in my blood, and I grew up here in Hillsboro. And so I love Tabor, and I foresee myself staying here for a long time. And so with that knowledge too, I'm able to go like, okay, maybe I can't get that done this year, but maybe next year. And so having that big scheme and plan, and so that's what we're trying to do out here on the baseball field. That first year was really about getting that infield coming back, and it's looking good. And now we've gotten a couple of smaller donations coming in, some money coming in to help improve other places, and hopefully just keep getting this field looking nicer, because I mean this squad has been a good part of the college for a long time. I mean, has almost a fourth of the student body plays baseball here. So I mean, this program deserves to have A+ facilities out here.
And it's a big part of just caring, you know. And that's something that where you come in, you have ties to this place, right?
Yep.
You have all of these connections, so you like to see it improved. You do this stuff, you take all of this work underneath you because you care about the place, and that's big to have a person in your position that truly cares about Tabor College.
Yeah, and I mean it also comes down to like these guys out here make it really easy to do my job. I mean the baseball guys care about me too, and that's what I like about working out here, is they're all friendly. They'll stop and see me pulling weeds on campus or whatever, stop, give me a quick little chat or whatever, and I really do appreciate that. As Narvaez will dribble this one in between first and second for a single, leadoff single here for Narvaez. So Narvaez starting his day off well with a double and a single here. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you using me as the guinea pig for the first go round of these interviews. Hopefully we'll have, I know softball games, we'll have a couple more coming up. I believe we've got a Coach Reed on the schedule for maybe next weekend's series.
Against Avila. So there's going to be more of these kind of going on throughout the games. We're not entirely sure who's going to be our guests, as this one's Diaz, as this one fouls off. But it's good to see. You can kind of physically see his body of work on our baseball field. So it's always good to dive deep into the mind of Nick Ediger.
That's a scary place sometimes. But yeah, Guzman here facing Diaz, as we will get back to the reason we're here.
We're going back to baseball talk.
Yep, let's get back to baseball. But I mean, Guzman here with another pickoff attempt back to Narvaez. Yeah, and these interviews are hopefully just to give everybody at home kind of a bigger picture of what Tabor is it takes a lot of people, a lot of different jobs to do it.
Good
Diaz
bunt.
here with a good bunt. Got the speed. First baseman unable to make the play, so Diaz in safely. Narvaez 2 second. So a good bunt opposite side. And we'll bring up Ethan Crawford. No outs here in the bottom of the fifth with runners on first and second.
So a bunt single, I mean, that's the good thing about Diaz. It could be he wants it to be a sacrifice, but with his speed and how fast the defense has to react to him,
always a chance.
It's always a chance for a single there. So Crawford comes up with 2 runners on and no outs, and won't be surprised to see him square around here. First pitch to Crawford does square around. A bunt foul. Good idea there by Crawford, trying to bunt it to that first base side.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Crawford at this point, especially in the 9-hole, your job is to move base runners around, get them 90 feet closer to home
for that top of the order.
Yep, exactly.
That's what your job is. You find ways to do your job to move it to the top of the order and get them into the best position possible to drive runs in. Whether that's getting on base or moving runners over here like Crawford has the chance to do here. So I'm assuming, yes, he is going to square around the bunt again, and this one's going to be up the first base line. No throw going to be there. Crawford going to be out. So Crawford does his job. A sacrifice bunt for Crawford. Gives runners at second and third here. 1 out for the Blue Jays. And the top of the order, Cole Schieffer, now up for the Blue Jays.
I mean, great job on that bunt. Did not get too much power on that. A little bit more power, and first baseman potentially has a chance to throw out Narvaez, but kept it in there nice and shallow. And ended up not having the wheels to get over to first, but does his job, advances 2 people into scoring position as we bring up the top of the order in Cole Schieffer.
Infield in here for the Swedes. So something hit hard. has a chance to score 2. The first pitch to Schieffer, fouled off. Big swing there by Schieffer.
He wanted that one.
Yes, he did. So the count's 0-1 here to Schieffer. 1 out. Narvaez at third. Diaz at second. So good speed on the base paths here. And I wouldn't expect to see a contact play. A contact play is anything hit on the ground is going to be going home. I think it's going to have to get through, or it's going to have to be a tough play. This one fouled off. So the count's 0-2 now to Schieffer. Schieffer needs to stay short, do a job, get something in play here.
Yeah, fouled the first two pitches, fouled them both back. So just trying to get a little bit more on top of the ball here and take something out to the outfield, and you've got yourself a nice RBI and extend the Blue Jay lead. That is currently 2.
0-2 is going to be looked at for strike 3. Gets his 7th strikeout, does Guzman.
And Guzman coming up big in all of these moments, too. I mean, when he needs a strikeout, he's been able to dig deep and find one. So, I mean, hats off to Guzman. A great pitcher today for the Swedes. But we'll bring up Easton Norris, who had a pop-up and a walk so far in this outing.
So infield playing back in their normal positions. First pitch to Norris, fouled off. This one has a chance to hit a car. Gets over, barely.
Yep, will roll, almost makes a goal over in the soccer field.
And that's part of your thing too, right?
Everything. Yep, I've got 42 acres of green space. There's your fun fact for you. Just about 42 acres of green space I take care of.
The 0-1 misses away. You're telling me, what was it, on Tuesday that you had to trim up some trees?
Yeah, I've been doing tree trimming. I mean, I do it all. I was even repairing a fence earlier this week, which was not necessarily my choice, but gets handed down from on high. And
this one is going to be dropped down, and this one's going to be a base hit. A weird back spinning hop for the third baseman, Orozco, and Norris. Watch here. It just kind of a weird little backspin thing, and he kind of stops it. Didn't think he was going to make the catch. Tried to play the hop, and it spun away from him towards that third base line. So that's going to be an RBI single for Easton Norris.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And I mean that one, the baseball people were shining down on him for sure.
There's so much of a luck factor that comes into baseball. Norris takes off from first and is going to be in there standing as no throw there. So that's why you see there's some years where some players have a really good year. That's because there's some luck. Because there can be hard hit balls that are right at people. Right, we've seen some of the Swedes do that with a couple line drives in the last couple innings. But then you have some of those hits, and they both go down. If they go down as a hit or an out, they both go down in the same. Yeah. So there's a lot of luck involved in baseball.
Yeah, I mean, one of the hardest thing to do in all of athletics is to hit a baseball and get on base. And so, I mean, it's make or break game of inches. As Mac will see that ball upstairs for ball number 3. Guzman showing a little signs of struggle here for the first time today. And the Swedes do have an arm warming up in the bullpen.
Number 42, Dikis Vargas, the sophomore from Gurabo, Puerto Rico.
Yep.
So a lot of kids from Puerto Rico on this team for the Swedes. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
And that 14. Has been counting by Caleb Apple. I'm glad to see you can do that.
14 players from Puerto Rico. I mean, that's a big number.
That is. I mean, they must have some pipeline down there, some connection.
Kind of like the softball team. There's a lot of girls from California because they have a West Coast recruiter.
Yep. On
their staff that recruits the Californias. I would assume well. I mean, that's they find all of these, a lot of players from California.
Yep.
The 3-1 misses upstairs. Because it's not like Coach Brewer can go over to California and just watch all of these girls play, right?
No, but I mean, he hits the road hard in the summer, recruits really well. So, I mean, And I mean, you think about this, I mean, just talking about recruiting in general, once you find kind of that inroad, I mean, Tabor is got that inroad with Wichita. You see a lot of guys from Wichita. And so, I mean, once you find that, it's easy to keep that train
build connections.
rolling.
You build connections with coaches. You build connections with summer ball coaches or AAU coaches for basketball or whatever the case is. But you find ways to not exploit areas, find talent in areas that maybe don't make the most logical sense.
Yep.
Like with, you'll find a lot of, as baseball, you can find places where junior colleges kind of have this built-in connection. If their best players go to this certain place, their best players go to this place, because it's all about connections in baseball.
Calder fouls that one back. I am pulling my yard card, though. Calder, strikeout and a single on the day, but has bases loaded here with 2 outs.
Big place for it.
Yeah, big plays for him. I'd love to see him hit a home run here for me, add him to my successful yard card calls, and extend this Blue Jay lead.
The 0-1 misses in the dirt. So Diaz, good speed at third. Norris at second. Mack at first. So good athletic players here on the bases. So if Calder can get something in the gap, chance to score 3 here.
Yep.
And a single definitely has a chance to score 2.
So I know in the last game you had a sacrifice fly on your yard card that we ended up giving to you. And I had some discussions with that with the baseball team after that, and they're all of the same opinion. That sacrifice fly, that's a productive at-bat. That keeps your card.
That's good. Because, I mean, I feel like you did your job.
Yep.
You moved it up. And
so the rule has previously been you got to reach base. Yeah. But I like the addition of the productive at-bat. As Calder will see strike 2 there. So it'll be a 2-2 count here. Bases loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The Blue Jays have put up 1 to extend the lead to 3.
After the missile of a shot by Easton Norris for the RBI single.
Yep.
And that's what it goes down in the scorebook.
Yep.
It may have been an exit velocity of 20 miles an hour, but it goes down as a single. This one gets away. Diaz going to score, and Norris going to round third. Let the Blue Jays get another run there. 4-0 Blue Jays. Runners at second and third. 2 outs, full count.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you extend your at-bats as much as you can. I mean, you never know when something's going to happen, and Diaz had the quick turn on that. Is just unable to control the ball, kind of bounces off his glove. Weird. Had it in the glove, so it won't be a wild pitch. Will be a passed ball.
So, have you seen this crazy thing out here? It's called the sun. Have you seen that today?
Yeah, it's starting to shine a little bit. But the catcher's got his back to it. He should have been able to see the ball just fine.
This
Calder
one hits
smashes
to
it.
Center field. The wind catches it and will be out number 3.
And there goes my yard card, just like that.
Calder does fly out to end the inning, but the Blue Jays do score 2 off an RBI single and a wild pitch. 4-0 Blue Jays going into the top of the 6th.
After the bottom of the 5th inning, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Your score, Tabor College 4, Bethany College 0.
And we're back here for the top of the 6th. Bauer taking the mound again as he still has a clean sheet. Only giving up 3 hits on the day. So, I mean, doing a good job. Has not filled the stat sheet out with strikeouts like Guzman, but has done his job of keeping it clean. Doesn't matter. You don't got to get strikeouts. Got to get zeros.
Yes, and you find your way to 27 outs. Whether that's 27 strikeouts or 0 strikeouts. It's keeping the defense involved too. They've played well defensively. The Blue Jays have this game. They've helped out Bauer. Bauer's helped out himself with a pickoff. So he's done a little bit of everything in this game, and that's what the Blue Jays need. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means. Bauer's had some base runners on, had allowed 4 base runners so far, but he's done his job, whether that's getting ground balls, getting pop flies, weak contact. There hasn't been a whole lot of stuff hit hard.
Roscoe pops this one out to Mack in right field, so his batting average will continue to plummet as he is now 2 for 5, drops it clear down to 400.
Yes.
I mean, started the day at 667, clear down at 400 already. Bauer just piecing him up.
Next up is Fernando Bones. Bones 1 for 2 today with a single and a ground out to the third baseman. Bones has played a really well defensive game at shortstop, had a diving play to get Schieffer out, and again has been playing well defensively and also has a hit. So
has a hit and a stolen base as well. So been a very strong player for the Swede squad, as this one will be ground out right to Narvaez, but Narvaez can't gobble it up. I mean, slow roller to him and still unable to make the play for some reason. So we'll get a free base there.
Thought about throwing it before he fielded it.
Yep.
And that's what happens when your mind's not focused there. But it's going to be an error, so it leads a speedy base runner in Bones in here for Eduardo Tarafa, who's also 1 for 2. First pitch to Tarafa. Off-speed pitch misses away for ball 1. Bones so far this year has, let's see, he has 10 stolen bases on the year. So a good base threat here on first. Already has 1 today.
Yeah, and if you're Bethany, you're going to have to play that game. You're going to have to play small ball with just the windy conditions today blowing in. You're going to have to find ways to get him around to get a runner into scoring position, as Bauer has now only allowed 5 base runners through the first 6 and the third innings. So, I mean, it's been a hard day to find base runners, so if you got them, you got to get them around into scoring position and hope something good happens that you can start breaking into this Blue Jay lead.
The 2-0 here to Tarafa. Hit towards left center field. Schieffer lays out, doesn't make the catch. Throw into third is going to be late. A good throw by Norris just does not get Bones. So a 1-out double gives the Swedes, 2 runners in scoring position here in the top of the 6th.
I mean, I know that goes down as a double, but great job there defensively. I mean, you got a big gap over there to cover, and Schieffer almost makes the play, but good communication between him and the center fielder, Norris, Norris backing him up there and able to almost gun down the leadoff runner there. But the Swedes are now knocking on the door here,
as Jack Crane swings at strike 1. This is the home plate umpire. He's 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a pop out.
Going to be an 0-1 count here with 1 out. Runners on second and third. Best position the Swedes bats have been in all game. First base coach here with a couple pockets full of mitts and gloves.
Next pitch misses. Counts 3-1. 2-1, excuse me, to Crane here. 1 away here in the top of the 6th. Pitch, fouled off. Count runs even, now at 2-2.
Yeah, good cut there by Crane, but just under it.
Bauer at 72 pitches so far through 5 1/3. Trying to get the job done here. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. A good off speed there by Wyatt Bauer. Gets out number 2.
Second strikeout of the day for Bauer as well. I mean, good job here. I mean, just blew it by him. That's all it was. Been working the off speed really well and then went back to that heater and got it in there. We'll face the first baseman Connor Balmer now, who has a couple of pop-outs on the day. 0 for so far today.
Balmer swung at strike 1, or took strike 1. Count is now 1-1 after the ball went into the dirt.
I would not be surprised. They got the guy on second base here taking a pretty big lead off. I wouldn't be surprised if the Blue Jays don't try and make a little defensive shift here and try and squeak him out.
Well, the problem with that is Bones
potential
has a chance to score from third. Bauer has enough juice here in the top of the sixth to get a strikeout here. To Balmer, excuse me. The count runs to 2-2.
Good job there by Crawford of diving out and stopping that one. Would have got the Swedes on the board had that pitch gotten by.
So 2-2 here to Balmer. The pitch gets a little blooper over the shortstop's head. One run's going to score. Two is going to go try. This one going to be cut off by Wyatt Bauer as it was up the line. So
great single shot by Balmer there. I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, Bauer has not given up very many base runners, and they were able to take advantage of it there to cut into the Blue Jay lead. So it's now 4-2 here in the top of the sixth.
And they answer right after the Blue Jays scored in the bottom of the fifth. So the Swedes did their job. Blue Jays did not do their job, and that's coming off. I mean, Bauer would have been out with this with the 0 if the error at shortstop didn't happen. So,
yep.
And that's what happens when you're trusting your defense. There's times where it doesn't work out for you. The 1-0 here at the knees for strike two. Ortiz is 0 for 1 today. Line out to the center fielder and walked and got caught stealing. The 1-1. Swung on, popped to Diaz at second base, and he will make the catch for out number 3. But the Swedes do cut the Blue Jay lead in half, 4-2 going into the bottom of the sixth.
After the top of the sixth inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base. Your score, Tabor College 4, Bethany College 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the public restrooms are open and located south of the football bleachers. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. New man on the mound for Bethany College, the right-handed sophomore number 42, Tychus Morgan.
Back here in the bottom of the sixth, new pitcher for the Swedes is Tychus Vargas. 2 1/3 innings, has a 0 ERA. So has pitched well in the short amount of time he has pitched, but Blue Jays need to come back after the Swedes scored 2 in the top of the sixth.
Yeah, I mean, through 2 1/3 innings pitched, he does have 2 hits allowed, 1 walk, but has 3 strikeouts. So, I mean, definitely a guy who's going to try and get you down at the plate if possible. So, Blue Jays are going to need to realize that and be a little bit more defensive and make sure that they're anything close to the zone, they're gonna have to get a bat on, as he is prone to getting strikeouts for his outs. But I mean, we'll see Vargas here. I mean, a little bit different approach than Guzman had, but Guzman, I mean, hats off to him. I mean, seven strikeouts, only 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch as well in there for him. I mean, did a great job of limiting damage when he could. So I mean, great start off by them. I know that the Swedes don't have the lead, but I mean, all credit to Guzman for a really good day.
Yeah. Leading off is Jack Kaiser. Kaiser is 0 for 1. Hit by pitch and then popped up a bunt attempt. So Kaiser looking to lead off here in the bottom of the sixth against Vargas. First pitch here to Kaiser. Is in there, catches the belt. Good fastball by Vargas for strike 1.
Yeah, Kaiser here trying to shake off that last pop-up bunt. Does have clean sheet now, not trying to lay down a bunt or anything, so nice relaxed at-bat for him coming back. We'll see a strike number 2. I mean, Kaiser uncharacteristically down in the count. Yeah. I mean, 0-2 now. Going to have to be defensive. 0-2 coming up from Vargas.
This one popped. Foul. Right side. The count still remains 0-2. Here to Kaiser. So Kaiser trying to battle, get a leadoff base runner on after the Swedes scored 2 in the top of the 6th. Blue Jays have 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Swedes have 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. The 0-2. This one fouled off. Good battle here by Kaiser.
And we'll be facing the 5th pitch of this 0-2 at-bat. You know what? I forgot to give you your trivia on the pitcher change, too.
Oh, geez. Well, we can do it if they're in the middle of it. We usually do it in the middle of the innings.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I will save my trivia. I've got it in the back pocket, but don't let me forget. I'm ready for it.
Maybe for tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to get a mid-inning pitching change. Hopefully we do for the Swedes since we are Tabor broadcast. This one's hit past the outstretched glove of the second baseman for a leadoff single for Jack Kaiser.
Good piece of hitting there. I mean, down 0-2, fouls 2 off, and then finds a pitch that he's able to bloop over the second baseman for a single. So Blue Jays with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th, looking to crawl back some of those runs they gave up in the top of the 6th. We'll bring up the designated hitter for the day, Danny Zepeda, who has popped up to right field and struck out on the day.
Kaiser with a good lead. Already has 1 stolen base today. First pitch. In the dirt, gonna get away. Kaiser saw immediately.
Yep.
A good read by Kaiser, moves up to second base. So, runner in scoring position here for Cepeda. And this bottom of the order has done well so far today. Narvaez has 2 hits. Diaz has a hit. Crawford has a sacrifice bunt. Cepeda really the only one that hasn't done anything for the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, bottom of the lineup is coming through big today, which is what you need, especially when the top of the lineup has kind of struggled a little bit. So, I mean, it's great to see some production out of the bottom end of the lineup.
This one gets away again. Kaiser's going to move up to third. So 2 straight wild pitches by Vargas moves Kaiser up to third.
Yeah, now if you're Zepeda, you just got to get something out in the play.
Yeah.
And you got yourself an RBI for the day.
And we have the infield in here, so got to get it in the air. Hopefully towards that right side or just a little ground ball up the middle. There's a big hole up the middle.
Yeah,
you get something up the middle. I mean, that's a base hit. 2-0 here to Zepeda. This one hit past the third baseman for a base hit. So the infield in proves to hurt the Swedes there. Cepeda gets an RBI single and his first hit of the day, 5-2 Blue Jays.
I'm going to need to see a replay on that one, Booth, if we've got it. I mean, that was just a nice piece of hitting.
We're going to get a pinch runner here for Cepeda. It's going to be Trace Copper, the freshman from Cimarron. He actually started a couple games against Friends.
Yeah,
the doubleheader on Saturday had a couple hits. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, it did look really good. So, I mean, he's a nice, speedy guy on the bases. A great guy to have on days where it is blowing in. So I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe makes an appearance out in the field again this series.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. He starts one of the doubleheader games. I can't remember. Do you remember what position he played?
He was in right field.
Right field, yes. Yep. So they had Mac there today. So maybe Mac DHs one of the games, and they put Trace out there.
Yep.
So first pitch here to Jose Narvaez, 2 for 2 today with a double and a single. This one is hit. Foul.
Yep.
Looked like it hit the bat twice, or it kind of took a weird bounce.
Yep, a little double doink there. Rolled down the first base and just ends up foul. But yeah, I mean, we got a runner here, leadoff guy over here on first base. Still have not put up the run that Kaiser got in on after that single, but it is 5-2.
It is 5-2. The 0-1. This one going to get away. Copper was stealing anyway. So that's going to go down as a stolen base for Copper. Copper gets his 8th stolen base in the game, or this year. Hasn't got caught stealing yet.
Oh, that is impressive, especially as a true freshman who is playing that courtesy runner, pinch runner role. I mean, he's been on the base paths a lot. To not get caught stealing, I mean, kudos to him.
And this is a big step up. in competition.
Yep.
Western Kansas high school baseball, not the stiffest of competition. There are always these good baseball players out there in Southwest Kansas, but with him coming from Cimarron, it's not like he's playing in the metros of Wichita or Kansas City.
No, but I mean, he has definitely stepped up.
Yes.
Made a big addition to the team. Honestly, I mean, could not have won the amount of games that we have without him out there.
This one misses down in the dirt, so the count's 2-1 here, and
Vargas having some control issues.
Has struggling so far with his control. Spiked 3 or 4 in the dirt that have gotten away. Hasn't had the control for either pitch, the fastball or the off speed, since Jack's at bat. Kaiser is at bat. The 2-1. This one misses in the dirt again, but a good block there by Morales to keep it in front of him. So 3-1 here to Narvaez, shortstop for the Blue Jays.
Second baseman and shortstop still playing out rather wide here, as we will get a player mound visit. And I mean, they're playing really wide, so Copper's been able to get a good lead off there, and now they're starting to worry about him a little more, realizing that he has the ability to take off on them.
Especially if Vargas spikes another one.
Yeah.
If he can get a good read off and hit in the dirt, I legitimately think there's no chance that they can catch him.
Yeah,
if he gets a good jump and he notices that.
Copper's typically about 10 feet out of the base path, but I mean, now he's getting 15, 20 feet out just based on where positioning has been, and I think that's exactly what the catcher is saying, is the shortstop staying in a little closer now.
And Vargas wasn't really looking at him either.
Yeah.
So that adds into it. If the
second baseman crawling in for maybe a pickoff attempt.
3-1. This is one misses away, and like I said, Copper moves up to third on the wild pitch. Narvaez thinking about second.
Copper rounds it, takes a couple of steps just to keep him honest. And now Narvaez doing his job, getting a nice walk there.
Third time reaching base today, and that's, again, what you want out of the bottom of the lineup. Reaching base, moving it up, and they're producing runs for themselves in that bottom half of the lineup. Doing their job, and we're going to get a mound visit here.
First mound visit of the game by a coach, so I mean, Narvaez having himself a day on the offensive end, had that one error for the Blue Jays in the last inning, but makes up for it here with getting himself on base.
And runners first and third. Narvaez has good speed. It wouldn't be surprising at all with the inconsistency of Vargas in the strike zone. Just take off here.
If nothing else, make the catcher try and make a throw over to second base. Sometimes that connection is a little tough to make, and Copper's got the speed to take advantage of that if that's the case. So maybe a little.
It would be very surprising to see them make a throw to second, because they know you have another run to add to this lead, which is still a really close game. You don't want to play with that, because corners in here, no outs. Robert Diaz at the plate, 1 for 2 with a bunt single.
I wouldn't be surprised to see another bunt by Diaz here, maybe.
First pitch in the dirt. I wouldn't try to maybe let him throw a strike first before you try to square around here, because he has been so inconsistent in the strike zone. So you don't want to force your hand there here. So the 1-0 here to Diaz. First pitch in the dirt. Narvaez doesn't go. This one hit to right field. This one is going to be foul.
Boy, that one 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, squared that one up, but just a little too early on it. So the count's 1-1, and Diaz was hunting for a fastball, and he got one.
Boy, that was some of the best contact I've seen out of Diaz so far this year. Just kept it foul. Had that been fair, that was gone out of the field in about half a second. Narvaez goes, and they will give him the free base. So runners now on second and third. No outs here still in the bottom of the sixth, as the Blue Jays have put one on.
So infield in here again for the Swedes. Diaz trying to do a job here. The 2-1. This one popped. Gonna end about not even close to the people ducking in the street. Counts 2-2.
Yeah, Diaz doing a good job here of extending the at-bat. I mean, he's making contact, just needs to find one to lace it into fair territory.
So 2-2 here to Diaz. No outs. Big lead off for Narvaez at second base, as no one's holding him on.
Fielders are in.
This is away. So full count, good AB here by Robert Diaz. A transfer from Cali County Community College.
Yeah, all the fielders on the grass now, so they are playing in tight, trying to prevent any extra runs from scoring here.
Full count pitch here. Gonna be hit to left field. This one's gonna hang up. Copper going to try to score. He's gonna be in, as it kind of, the left fielder had to play it back a little bit, and it's a tough throw into the wind. Or actually, no, he has the wind with him on his back, but Copper has too much speed to not score there from third. So Diaz does his job. 6-2 Blue Jays.
Yeah, I mean, good job by Diaz here. Finally found one to get in fair. And Jones with him there runs about halfway home himself. But, I mean, good job there by Copper, reading that perfectly, and has the speed to get in there with ease.
So one out here. Narvaez at second here for Ethan Crawford. Trying to do his job again. First pitch to him, swung on a miss for strike one. Crawford 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking in his first at-bat, then had a sacrifice bunt that moved the runners over for an Easton Norris RBI single in the bottom of the fifth.
And if you're Narvaez, you got to play this smart, but they have been given that second base runner a little bit extra breathing room, so don't be surprised if he tries to get himself moved over another 92. But don't want to get too greedy with it either.
Yes. The 0-2 coming into Crawford as he fouled that one back. So, again, 2 more people warming up in the Swede bullpen as Vargas on a tight leash here, as he has settled back in a little bit more into this bottom of the 6th. The pitch, this one popped into shallow right field. Right fielder has an eye on it. Is going to make a throw to third. Keeps Narvaez from going to third. So Crawford flies out to right field. It brings up the top of the order. And Cole Schieffer, who has struggled today, 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Yeah, and Schieffer just looking to kind of find himself, get away going. I mean, I hate to wish this on a guy, but he's one that gets going with a hit by pitch.
It does. It fires, gets his juices going a little bit. He's a really competitive guy, and he's intense, and that sometimes gets you a little angry.
Yep, and Vargas with control issues definitely hasn't hit anyone yet, but I mean, would not be surprised as Schieffer just finds a way to get hit by pitch a lot. I mean, Plummer last year almost got the record of hit by pitches. He was another guy for the Blue Jays squad that just kind of finds a way to get that free base.
And he's top 10 in Division I.
Yeah.
Hit by pitches. The 0-1 here. This one hit, going to be off of his glove. Pitcher going to make a throw over to first. 2 in the inning, but the Blue Jays get the 2 right back that the Swedes score. They're back up 4, 6-2 going into the top of the 7th.
After the bottom of inning number 6, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. Your score, Tabor College 6, Bethany College 2. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stay up to date with all things Tabor College athletics by going to www.taborbluejays.com for all the latest news, scores, and schedule updates. And be sure to check out www.kcacsports.com and click on the baseball page to check out the conference standings and schedules across the league.
And we're back here for the top of the 7th as Bauer's looking to get 1 more inning under him and just extend that. He is at 85 pitches, so We'll see if he can get himself out of this inning. You know there is a Blue Jay guy in that bullpen, though, ready to go.
Definitely getting loose. Maybe not getting hot yet, but just, getting loose, playing some catch.
Yep, as Blue Jay lead is only 4, so you got to keep it close. Don't want to let the Swedes sneak back in, as they did score 2 in the last inning.
First pitch.
It'll be a ball there against Kent.
Yep. This one hit in a mile into center field. This one's going to get knocked down by the wind at the track for out number 1. So Kent hits this ball very hard.
Yep.
But just the wind took it just enough. And
any other day, that is out of the park. But with the wind blowing the way it was, Norris able to get that back at the fence. And Bauer with 2 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Sorry.
William Sanchez now at the plate. This one in there for strike 1. Sanchez 1 for 2, has a double in his first at bat, and then grounded out to the shortstop. Next pitch. Misses inside, almost hits him. Counts 1-1.
I mean, seeing that view, we've got good fan outing today too, with no classes going on. The Easter weekend, maybe a couple of parents coming into town.
Definitely, there's a chance family coming and visiting.
Yep. So I mean, good turnout today, especially on a colder day. You see a lot of people huddled up in blankets and stuff, but I mean, still a great show out there.
This one hit into left field, and this one's going to be a base hit. Schieffer playing that left center gap. This one's going to drop in. Sanchez gets his second hit of the ball game. Brings up the catcher, Jose Morales, who's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts.
Yeah, Morales entered the day batting 118. Looks like we will actually get a
pinch hitter. 13?
13, I believe.
Now heading for Bethany College
Will be Jesuel Cruz.
number 13, Isuel Cruz.
Isuel Cruz batting 206 on the year. I mean, so does have 7 RBIs as well.
First pitch to Cruz, misses away for ball 1.
Definitely looks like the build of more of a power hitter for the Swedes. So wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna lace one out there.
Isuel Cruz, a catcher, junior catcher from Guaynabo, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 15 games played. So I mean, I don't know if that's a lot of DHing, if that was him back behind the plate, or what.
First pitch, the next pitch, this one popped into shallow right field. Mack doesn't see it, finds it, as Diaz actually just going to go run over, say hello to him.
Just in case.
Yep.
Diaz showing off some of that speed. And, I mean, luckily Mack able to find that look there for a second, like he lost it up there in what little sunlight we do have.
Well, and sometimes you lose the ball into the clouds.
Yep.
Because they're both white. So that's where you get that kind of like that overcast day where it's really sometimes, it's hard to see a golf ball sometimes when you hit it into the clouds. And it's the same way with the baseball. They're both white objects, and it does take time to find it, especially just coming off of a bat.
The Swedes looking to build something here with another pinch hitter here, number 8, Brevin Hoffman, with a 3.33 average through 21 at-bats on the year.
Brevin Hoffman is a sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska. So 1-1 count here to Hoffman.
Now Bauer giving up a single to Sanchez, but otherwise has made quick work of this inning.
Yeah.
Looking to get out of it and bring up the bullpen for the Blue Jays to put the game away.
Sitting at 94 pitches, so this will be his 10th pinch of the inning. Coming here, Bauer done his job so far, 6 2/3. The pitch. This one fouled off. And again, those 2 runs in the top of the 6th were unearned.
Correct.
So he has not allowed an earned run yet. So the ERA is going to look a lot better.
Yeah.
After this inning or this game. The 2-2 here. This one gets a check swing. Does not go, says the first base umpire.
Very close there.
Very close, even though maybe a check swing. I'm talking about the strike zone.
Even strike zone,
It looked very good in the zone.
Good pitch.
So full count here, 2 outs. The runner is going to go from first. Last time this happened, Bauer picked off over to first, but looks like Calder's going to play a little bit farther off. So they're going to allow him to steal. pitch. Going to be hit in between first and second for a single. A fumble from Mack allows Sanchez to get to third. So runners at the corners here, 2 outs, and we're going to get a pinch runner, number 49.
That is actually Orozco, who is batting in that position.
Just re-entered.
So, yep.
And we're going to
get a mound.
Coach Standiford. He's going to get a mound visit. Standiford not one to pull his starters. He trusts his guys.
Yeah, and with 2 outs.
2 outs. This is just trying, with Bauer at 100 pitches, this is trying to give him a little bit of a breather.
Yep.
And trying to make sure this is his last batter. You know, you've had 7 innings of really good baseball, or 6 2/3 of really good baseball. Make this last out here.
And he's got his job cut out for him.
With Bones, the shortstop, who's reached base twice, once with an error and once with a single.
Yep.
So runners at the corners here, 2 outs. Top of the lineup for the Swedes as they're down 4. First pitch to Bones. This one popped into right field. Mack is going to be under it for out number 3. So Bauer.
Good mound visit by Standiford.
It did his job. Coach Standiford did his job. Calmed the tides a little bit. 7 innings of no run ball for Wyatt Bauer on 101 pitches. Blue Jays up 6-2 going to the bottom of the 7th. Back here in the bottom of the 7th, Blue Jays still lead the Swedes by 4, 6-2, as Vargas comes out back for his 2nd inning of work.
Yep.
Looked much more settled after the mound visit from his pitching coach.
Yeah, going to have to stay settled here, as he did get hit around and had some control issues to start his outing. And we'll have to face off Easton Norris, the center fielder, to start it. Houston Norris with a pop out, a walk, and a single today. Does have an RBI behind him. So Norris trying to start the Blue Jay bats off and see if they can extend that 4-run lead they've built through the top of the 7th.
And this is a good guy to start it off. Norris is a good guy that gets on base a lot. Still led off a lot of the year when Schieffer was hurt in that middle part of the season. So Coach Stanford trusts him at the top of the lineup to do what he's supposed to do, get on base. He does slug, but he's a guy that also gets on base too. It's not just all slug.
Yep.
This one misses away, so the count's 1-1.
Yeah, and had I not burned my yard card, I don't know why, I'm just feeling it here, but I don't have it to play. But I think Norris is due. He started off really strong at the start of the year, has slowed down a little bit. Boy, I am sorry, Norris. That one hurts.
That's right off the shin and missed the guard. See, again, I'm a firm believer of if you have an ankle guard, elbow guard, it's never going to hit the ankle guard and elbow guard. It's going to always find a way to miss it. And that one, again, right off the shin.
Yeah, Standiford will come out and talk to him, see if he needs a pinch runner or not, but it looks like Norris is going to tough it out.
And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change regardless. So we're going to get a little bit of time for Norris to heal up. And this is time for me to be on the hot seat.
Yep, your turn on the hot seat. Got my interview out of the way. But now it is time for you for the trivia question that I actually got via some batting practice yesterday. I was out here, and they were talking about the shortest home run at Blue Jay Field in Tabor history. So the batter with the shortest home run in Tabor history.
Well, we don't record distances of home runs here.
We do not record distances, but this is via Skip and his.
Okay.
So in Skip's tenure, he has one home run in mind. This one, for the shortest home run ever, hit right by the foul pole.
Okay.
Hit the top railing and bounced over. So hit that yellow up there and bounced over for the shortest home run ever. So there's your context.
Okay. The first one I can immediately think of, I can't remember if it was a home run or not, but Mata had one that was right around there.
Yep.
I think that may have been his triple to get the cycle.
Okay.
That was my first
Well,
thought.
that is one of your options.
Okay.
Is Tyler Mata Lloyd. Another option, Marcelo Aguirre.
So Marcelo and I, we went to the Royals game. We were talking about one of the home runs that he had, but I don't remember him telling me. I don't remember him. We were talking about it. They didn't hit the fence.
Okay. Third option, Jake Jones.
Okay.
Always got to throw him in there. Why not?
So I'm guessing that's not the answer the way you're acting.
And then fourth option, Ryan Neufeld, a utility player back in my day.
So we were talking about this earlier. You're just going to throw out names that I would never know.
Yep.
So that's not going to be an answer either. I'm going with Mata.
You're going with Mata? It's actually Jake Jones.
It is.
I tried to throw you off the scent. Yeah, Jake Jones with a home run shot that hit the top of the fence over there and rolled over. So shout out to the baseball team for helping me out figure out a trivia. But Jake Jones holds the unofficial record for the shortest home run at Blue Jay baseball field, with a nice dribble over the high wall in right field.
So now in for the Swedes, number 10, Noah Hargrove, 10.38 ERA and 8 2/3. Kind of a side armor. This one goes to Tyler Rogers, the submarine, as this one's low for a ball.
Norris obviously
second.
shook off that ankle hit as he gets another stolen base on the day.
He doesn't feel particularly good because I think he just slid right on that leg.
Yeah.
So it's gonna hurt in the morning.
It's gonna hurt for sure, but I mean,
it was a good jump.
Didn't
Great
slow
jump
him down at all. Didn't look to bother him on the base path.
That's just adrenaline speaking right there.
Yep.
The 1-0 here to Jared Mack. This one over the top, in there for a strike. So
yeah, you don't see that very
Hargrove
often.
Going from sidearm to over the top, so just a lot of arm angles, and that's just pure deception right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's also like, I almost thought it was a little bit of a submarine pitch on that first one even. I mean, to go from that to the over-the-top throw, that's going to be tricky for batters to take care of.
This one hit. First baseman is going to, actually, the second baseman calls him off, makes the catch for out number 1. So the thing with that is there's always deception that comes into play when you're switching arm angles like that. But the biggest thing as a pitcher, that's consistency. Are you going to be able to locate? Because if you cannot locate with one arm angle, it kind of throws it all into whack, because then you're not using that deception as much. And most pitchers, I'm not speaking for Hargrove here, but most pitchers, when they're doing this sort of changing the arm angles, it's for the lack of stuff. Norris gets caught in the middle again. This one going to be a pickle. Shortstop Bones makes and Norris is still in it, and he's going to be out. Almost made it back to second base, but didn't. So that's going to go down as a caught stealing, and it's going to be 1-6-5-4 put up.
Yeah, I mean, that's his second time caught stealing on the day, just not being smart on the base paths as Norris. So he's going to have to review that and think about that overnight. And I mean, costly outing there. I mean, puts Blue Jays to 2 outs and clears the base paths.
This one hit into left center. Left fielder going back. It's going to be a tough play. Nice play there by the left fielder, William Sanchez, for out number 3. So the Blue Jays do get a leadoff runner. but Norris gets caught stealing. So 3 up, 3 down. And we're going to get a new pitcher for the Blue Jays. Is going to be number 23, Braden Manning. We'll tell you about him once we get back.
Bethany College 2. The Blue Jays is the right-handed junior, number 23, Up and down that spine, just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.
I'm here in the top of the 8th, new pitcher for the Blue Jays after 7 of no earned, but 2-run score of baseball by Wyatt Bauer. Brings in Braden Manning,
Yeah,
who has a high ERA at 7.76, but has looked better out of the pen rather than starting.
yeah. I mean, he's looked much better. He's 2-4 as a starting pitcher, but out of the pen, like you said, he's looked really good. As in his 12 appearances, 29 innings pitched. I mean, guys are only batting .333 against him. So, I mean, in the 123 batters he's faced, I mean, just doing a good job.
He has 30 strikeouts.
Yeah.
So he's a guy that's going to get the swing and miss, and it's just about limiting the base runners. Does have 16 walks and let's see, looking at hit by pitches. Also has 9 hit by pitches. So can he limit that as this one misses inside to the leadoff man, Eduardo Tarafa?
Tarafa caught stealing earlier, but has a pop-up, a single, and a double on the day. So been another strong bat for the Swedes. We'll see that one in there for a strike. So it'll be a 1-1 count here for Manning facing Tarafa.
The 1-1. This one jammed, gets past Narvaez for a base hit. So Tarafa gets on base for 3rd time with 3 hits. And the Swedes have a base runner here in the top of the 8th. Next up is the designated hitter, Jack Crane. Crane 0 for 3 today. The strikeout.
Yeah, Crane, though, has had some hard hit balls, just gone foul on a lot of them. So, I mean, he's one that kind of scares me because, I mean, if he can keep one fair, he's got a chance to put one out there.
So, good pitch there by Manning. Good fastball there for strike 1. Manning, a higher velocity guy on this Blue Jay team. This one's a slider that's grounded to Kaiser. Going to throw it to second for 1. Not going to make the turn in time for a double play. So a fielder's choice for Crane. Moves him to 0 for 4 today. Brings up Connor Balmer, first baseman. And it was a tough play to get a double play on. A little hard, not as hard hit as usually a tailor-made double play is, but a good play there by Kaiser to get the shutout, not number 1. Because we're going to get a pinch runner, number 17.
Number 17 will be Jacob Akandy. 15 games played, no batting average, so obviously one of those pinch runners.
Been a runner.
Been a runner guy.
Has 2 stolen bases on the year. So this is a guy that has speed, kind of playing that Trace Copper role from earlier in the year before Trace got some at-bats. So doing the same sort of thing, just getting some more speed on. Kind of an interesting play there, as this one is going to be in there for a called strike 1. Down 4.
Yeah, and if you're Manning, you just shrug that off. I mean, you've already got 1 out. Just
keep going in the zone.
Yep.
This is the guy that matters. That run doesn't matter.
Yep. Especially up 4.
This one fouled off. Did it hit the third base?
I think he just snuck by it.
Yeah, he just went to the dugout like this.
Yep.
So barely escaped the Swede third base coach there.
Another one of those where had he been in the coach's box, he would have been fine. I still don't understand why I have to paint those coaches' boxes, Apple. I mean, you let me know. I think
semantics.
It's all perception.
It is.
Because I have yet to see a single coach in my 3 years of being here at Tabor inside the coach's box.
Well, that's where they're supposed to be. But the umpires don't really. This is throughout baseball.
I mean,
the
all
umpires,
levels.
The umpires don't care.
Yeah.
But if the dugouts say something, they'll tell them to go back in the coach's box.
Yeah.
But that happens
Close to never.
1 in a million.
Yep.
I've seen it
Yep.
one time. I think it was a Blue Jays and a Red Sox game that I saw, and the umpires or the managers complained to the umpires that the third and first base coaches were stealing signs.
Yep.
So they made them move back to the coach's box.
Yep.
So again, very, very rarely.
Yep.
And
That's one of the weirder things about baseball is there are so many nice little unwritten rules like that where it's like, hey, we've got these coaches' boxes, but they don't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, have fun.
And different ground rules, different dimensions. It's nothing standard. And that's the beautiful part about baseball. Nothing fits a roll as Manning gets the strikeout on Ballmer, goes down, moves him to 1 for 4. Next up is Jan Ortiz.
As Ofer today with a walk and 2 pop-outs. Be a 1-0 count here. Manning has 2 outs now. Runner on first.
This one misses. Good pitch there by Manning. Just didn't get the call. Counts 2-0 here. 2 outs, top of the 8th.
What's your favorite unwritten rule of baseball, Apple, if you had to have one?
The one that I always followed was jumping over the line.
Jumping over the line. That one's never made sense to me.
Never. Don't step on the chalk. It's bad luck.
Now, I think I remember last year talking about this with Josh Jones, my broadcast partner. I don't think I got to ask you. What happens if you step on the line?
Bad things.
Okay, because he said it just doesn't happen.
I never did it, so
don't know.
This one is going to miss a 4-4 pitch walk, but you'd never touch the foul line. You don't play catch. You always miss the foul line on a catch.
Yep.
You never step on it on purpose.
Yep.
Bad things happen.
I still want to know. I want it because all of these unwritten rules come from somewhere. They've got an origin story.
Yes.
So it's like what happened? There had to have been some guy who stepped on the line at one point in time and maybe broke his leg or something. You know, there's got to be some story out there. So if anybody can do some sleuthing for me and
maybe I'll dive into it.
Yeah. So that one's always perplexed me. I get a lot of the other unwritten rules, but that one's funky for me.
This one's grounded to Manning. He's going to make the play. PFP there by Brady Manning. Gets out number 3. So a scoreless 8th for the Blue Jays. Keeps the Blue Jay lead at 4, 6-2 going into the bottom of the 8th.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. Your score, Tabor College 6, Bethany College 2.
Been so happy, never felt so high, and I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. Moving notes, they'll be back in a minute. Bought a boat and a sail off in it. Don't think anybody's gonna miss me anyway. The ocean is my only medication, wishing my condition ain't ever gonna go away. 'Cause now I'm deep in the water somewhere, got the blue sky breeze blowing wind through my hair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky, never been so happy, never felt so high, and I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise. This champagne shore washing over me. It's sweet, sweet love.
We are back here in the bottom of the 8th. Blue Jays lead the Swedes 6-2 in this game 1 of this 3-game series. Game 1 is played today. Games 2 and 3 played tomorrow. Do you remember is it a 1 o'clock start tomorrow?
I do not know. I will have to ask the SID over here, Nate Howard, for us and see what times they are
It's at 1
tomorrow.
o'clock. I mean, most doubleheaders start at 1
Yep.
o'clock.
1 and 3 is what I'm hearing from the booth. Shout out to the booth. Got a substitute booth man here today with having some double duties with a lot of events going on. So don't have the typical Terran in our ears. Got another nice young gentleman helping us out back there. Been very helpful for us. But yeah, 1 and 3 tomorrow, or 1 and whatever.
30 minutes after
30
the
minutes
first
after
game.
the first. Yep.
Game is completed.
But Blue Jays here are facing Hargrove. Kaiser up to bat, looking to see if he can get on and add some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 8th for the Blue Jays.
First pitch, or the second pitch to Kaiser in there. Counts 1-1. Let's take a little look-see at some of the other scores. I'm going to take a look at the other scores in the KCAC here on Good Friday. Nick's going to call some of this while I'm checking here. As Kaiser
Another
gets hit.
hit by pitch. I mean, second hit by pitch of the day by Kaiser. That one he'll take, though. I mean, nice off-speed, back of the calf.
Those are the ones that you take all day.
Yep, he'll shake that one off. A lot better than that one in between the shoulder blades he took in the second inning. But does his job once again. That's why he's the on-base percentage king of this squad. Finds a way on no matter what. So,
Trace Copper going to stay in for Danny Zepeda at the designated hitter spot. So pinch ran for him. Now he's staying in to hit. So far this year, Trace in 8 at-bats hitting .375. Freshman from Cimarron as a fake pickoff, as that's going to be one disengagement for...
Yeah, and I mean, not a bad call by Skip, as Zepeda did struggle a little bit.
This one going to be a bunt.
And once again, underneath it, so popped up, catcher makes a play. So that's 2 unsuccessful bunt attempts on the day for the Blue Jays, and they were practicing that this week, just getting just under it, popping them up. So that will be out number 1. Yeah, the popped up bunt. But we'll bring up Jose Narvaez, who has had himself a day here offensively with a double, a single, and a walk.
Yes. First game that I'm seeing, Sterling beat Evangel. And this one's going to be hit 4-1, turned by the shortstop Bones for out number 3. So the Blue Jays do get a base runner with a hit by pitch, but do not get more than that. Still 6-2 going into the top of the 9th.
Yeah, and we'll see here if the Blue Jays, 3 outs away from winning this game, would have loved to have some more insurance runs there. But, alas, we'll bring Braden Manning back out. You got some more scores there for us?
St. Mary's beat Southwestern in Winfield 9-6. And the first game, this is a big series in the KCAC. Oklahoma Wesleyan beat Ottawa in Ottawa 7-3. Game 1 of that series.
Yeah, and that's a big one for them, as Ottawa and Oakville are 2 and 3 respectively in the conference. So that is a big-time matchup.
LSU Shreveport bounces back. They got swept by Texas A&M Victoria last week. They dropped out of the number 1 spot for the first time since 2 years ago.
Forever, yeah.
Louisiana Christian lost to Our Lady of the Lake. The Blue Jays played them earlier this year. Texas A&M Victoria beat LSU. Anyways.
Yeah, I have no idea what that announcement was. I completely zoned out.
Friends beat Avila 10-1 down in Wichita. Wayland Baptist dropped their game against Mid-America Christian 6-5.
Marion picks up another win, I see. Got a cousin's son who goes to Marion, plays football there.
McPherson beat York College 9-1 down and up in McPherson today.
I think that's just about all the KCAC games, if I remember right.
I mean, it's got to be pretty close. Oh, and Sterling beat Evangel. They had a doubleheader today on Friday. 7-1. Sterling won.
So Sterling up 2-0.
That's big in the KCAC standings. Sterling 10-11. Evangel, they've been now Sterling's 12-11. Evangel now 11-13.
Moving down. And
so
that is
this is right at the edge of making the KCAC tournament not. So big couple of wins there on Friday by the Warriors.
Good frame job there by Crawford to get strike 1. So Manning here needing 3 outs to get the Blue Jays home with a win here.
Next pitch swung on a miss.
Everything looking pretty even on the scoreboard except for the run total. I mean, 8 hits for both teams, 1 error for both teams, but Blue Jays able to put those hits together in bunches to get on the board. That one a strikeout by Manning. 3 pitch, 3 strike. It's good there. Good job there by Manning to get himself the first out of the top of the 9th.
Another doubleheader going on right now. Southwestern beating St. Mary's 3-2 in the top of the fourth. So just some doubleheaders going on. Avila beating Friends 10-4 in the second game of their doubleheader in the bottom of the fifth.
That would be a big upset there for Avila if they could pull that off.
That first pitch here is swung on and missed.
Yeah, Manning looking really great here in the
Pinch
top
hitter.
of the ninth. I mean, 4 pitches, 4 strikes.
Pinch hitter number 27, Melvin Lara Suente, hitting .294 on the year. This one's fouled off. But yeah, Manning looking very, very good here in the ninth.
Yeah, 5 pitches, 5 strikes so far. So, I mean, looking to end this game early. Would like to probably see if he can sneak his way back into the calf before it closes for dinner.
The 0-2, swung on and missed. Manning strikes out another,
Yeah.
so 6 straight.
Going for an immaculate inning, right? I know I'm not supposed to say that, but I'm not a baseball player, so it doesn't matter.
So now we have another pinch hitter, number 33,
Now batting for Bethany,
Daniel
number
Barker,
33,
222 on the year, no home runs, 2 RBIs. So Manning facing some reserves here, trying to get something going here are the Swedes. The first pitch to him, in there for a strike. 2 away.
This has been just about the cleanest inning of pitching I've seen today.
This one misses away. Manning a little mad at himself there. Was 2 strikes away from an immaculate inning. Doesn't get it.
I mean, nonetheless, I mean, looking great here.
This one swung on. Pretty sure that was a called strike regardless.
Yep.
It counts 1-2 here. 1 strike away. Blue Jays trying to get game 1 here. Moved to 14-12 in conference. The 1-2 pitch. Ground hit into left field. Schieffer going to make the play for out number 3. The Blue Jays win game 1 of this 3-game series, 6-2. By just a great pitching performance by Wyatt Bauer and Braden Manning.
Yeah, I mean, Bauer did an excellent job today. I mean, all of those runs up on the board unearned for the pitching staff. So pitching staff with a 0 ERA on the day.
That lowers the ERAs now.
For the Blue Jays. So good job there, and we'll see you tomorrow, as we mentioned before, doubleheader starting at 1 o'clock. See if the Blue Jays can continue this and looking to really get a series sweep here to hopefully get ourselves climbing up that conference leaderboard.
And with what's going on in the middle, below them, they get some separating space to kind of ensure themselves that they're going to be in the conference tournament.
Yep. I mean, good job there overall. Pitching did great. The bats came up, especially the bottom of the order for the Blue Jays.
Bottom of the order did a great job today, extending at bats, getting on base, doing the little things, stealing bases, sacrifice bunts, all the sort of things that you need to win with the wind blowing in from left field, and that's how you do game 1.
Yep.
So winning pitcher today is Wyatt Bauer, 7 innings of no earned run baseball, and just a great job, again, by the Blue Jay pitching staff.
Yep.
We will be back tomorrow again at 1 o'clock. Caleb Apple and Nick Ediger signing off.